Mm-hmm.
Can't follow her because I don't have Crystal Dash yet.
Okay, I'm back. Hello, welcome, hi.
Riles is getting her drink.
Rouse is getting her drink.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I got my stuff. Actually, it didn't take very
So
long to make the hot drinks. Also, yes, hello.
remember to accept Rao's stream collab invite.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I
I
don't
thought
see
she
it.
already sent it.
She didn't send it. Well, I don't see it.
Well, we'll have to wait for them to get back.
Yep, it's fine.
Oh.
In the meantime,
Archon just has a beer.
What?
Archon just has
But I wouldn't even call it a beer. I would just call it like a seltzer. That's it. I wouldn't call it anything
5%.
else. I never even had a beer before. But forget.
Hey, Phil, have you ever heard of snake venom
Like as a drink, or
as a drink?
I've vaguely heard of it, but I don't know what's in it.
It's supposedly a beer that's 67.5% alcohol.
That's a beer.
That's beer. Huh. I've never tried it. No.
I heard of it lately, and it sounds insane.
Well, all it really is, when it comes to alcohol that's that strong, is hi Riles.
I'm back.
I just got back like a minute ago.
Did you accept my collab invite?
I didn't see it. Where is it? Oopsie. Hang on.
I can just accept yours.
All right.
There we go.
I think I have to invite Archon again. Yeah. There we go. Archon accept.
Okay.
Bully.
And then we can start sharing our chats. There we go. Alrighty. Yes, we will drinky. But so, before we start, I think this whole event bears some explaining. Alright, so, before we get started, I guess we should introduce ourselves to our various chats. Hello, everybody. My name is Fo. I am an artist, author, TTRPG GM, and I occasionally stream playing video games and sometimes other things on Twitch. Hello.
You do?
I do, sometimes. My VOD history would kind of indicate I'm more of a TTRPG streamer. That is an accident. It just kind of turned out that way. Normally I stream art, but then the TTRPG streams ended up being more of a regular thing, because sometimes I don't feel like streaming my artwork process because I'm incredibly lazy and also have to be in a certain mood. Hello. So thank you for the follow, Autumn Leaf. Thank you. Let's see. DJ, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody for anyone that does not know you?
I'm just a little guy who's here to make sure these three yappers don't go overboard.
Not like you can worry about me.
And I help with things. Yes, that's all I do.
All right.
I know it's a short introduction, but that's all I can think of.
That's fine. Riles, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I am Miss Sinclair. I'm the dropout dog girl necromancer who's here to stream nonsense directly to your cerebellums. And yeah, I'm here joining phone just to be here for my mouse. I mean, talking.
I mean, not entirely wrong. Riles is a very good yapper. And then last but not least, Archon, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, everybody. My name is Archon. I stream here on Twitch as well. I predominantly stream whatever I feel like because nobody has to control me. I'm also just here chilling out with Riles and Miss Foe to Mrs. Foe. I forget you're married sometimes.
Ouch, that comes off as awful. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just here to hang out with them and just drink the last of my thing because I had nothing better to do with this.
Now, in case you're wondering how the four of us ended up as a group or and whatnot, well, for the last, 6 months or something like that, we have been streaming and playing and live voice acting a speakeasy murder mystery visual novel by the name of Best Served Cold, which is honestly been really, really fun. We completed it a couple of weeks ago. I'm very sad. But, the game revolves around managing your own speakeasy and has a recipe list for a lot of cocktails, classic cocktails, which are all based off of, exact copies of real-world cocktails, just given different names, because, hey, IBA. I don't know if those are copyrighted, some of them are. But it kind of inspired me to get back into mixology and cocktail making. I used to bartend back in college. I only did it for one summer. But I really, really enjoyed it. And occasionally I still do it just for fun, and it's like baking. I do a lot of baking at home. So, same thing. Yeah. It inspired me to get back into it. So, over the past couple of months, I've been kind of building up a bar stock and trying new recipes and such. And since we completed Best Served Cold not long ago, decided to commemorate the occasion by holding a little event. Woohoo! And the idea was we open up a submission form so Vtubers could submit their desired ingredients and themes, and I would attempt to make a cocktail, or, a drink, to the best of my ability based on that. And I will say it's a lot trickier than making baked goods, I will say that much. Because the balance is a lot more important when it comes to liquids as opposed to baked goods, but yes, hello. Anyway, that is what we are doing today. We actually had a lot of people submit stuff and submit themselves to have cocktails made of them. We got 30 or something submissions. I was going to be happy if we got even a dozen. We got so many more than I anticipated. So instead of doing them all in one stream, because if we tried, we'd be dead. Let's not kid ourselves. So I have split them across 3. So we're going to be doing 12 drinks each stream. I have split them up so that there's at least 2 or 3 non-alcoholic drinks in each stream. So there's 2 here. I think there's going to be 2 in the next one and maybe 3 or 4 in the last. But yeah. So the one thing that I really wanted to do with this event was I wanted to make the drinks relatively 30 cocktails would make for an interesting morning. Yeah,
One way to start your day.
that's one way to start your day. I know I'd probably getting flack for day drinking, but it's this close to Christmas. I spent all of yesterday baking stuff to give to gifts for people. I spent most of my morning today packing them up and dipping cookies in chocolate and waiting for those to cool and then packing them. So you know what? I deserve a drink. And well, you know, since holidays are rapidly coming up, yeah, you know, might as well kick back, relax. If it's cold outside, you can, you know, kick your feet up and relax as well. I actually made all the cocktails yesterday. There was a couple of that I made last week, but they didn't keep. Or they looked like they were about to go, you know? Because they have lemon juice or lime juice in them. Also, thank you. I have no idea how you pronounce your name.
Hi, Talio. And that's you can just go Talio or Tale. It's Tale. It's Tale Axelixian. It's a frickin' Dune reference.
Okay, Tele Exeluxion. Okay, thank you for the follow. That's a mouthful. But yeah, I made some of the drinks last week. They didn't look like they were gonna keep, so I had to chug those. And I remade them yesterday. I have all of them prepped in little juice bottles ready to go. So thank you for the follow, Eliana. Thank you. So, where was I? Yeah, to get back on track, what I was talking about. My whole goal with this event was to be able to make drinks that are relatively simple and somewhat effortless to make. It's mainly just kind of tossing a bunch of stuff into a cocktail shaker, mixing it up, and then pouring it into a glass. There's some stuff that requires making syrups and stuff ahead of time, but again, I tried to make them really simple. Ingredients that are not super exotic or hard to get, because there's nothing more disheartening and maybe slightly irritating when you see a really cool cocktail recipe online or even on YouTube, because I went through those too, and it involves doing something really complicated, like, oh, a clear espresso martini or colorless espresso martini. Meanwhile, it requires a whole bunch of scientific lab equipment just to get a coffee liqueur completely clear. Like, oh, well, I can't do that at home. Or, you know, fat washing your alcohol, which is not hard, but it seems like too much extra trouble. Meanwhile, I'm making a whole bunch of homemade syrups and liqueurs. Yeah. Anyway. I tried to make everything as simple and accessible as possible. They're not horribly complicated. I also tried to make sure that the flavor profiles were, you know, good. Most people ask for really sweet, or just sweet in general, or on the sweet side. I tried to go for that as much as possible. Although, we're going to be going through the recipes today. If you want them sweeter, you can just, you know, make them sweeter. If you're making them at home, it's to your preference. I'm making these as if they were going to be served in a bar. Or if you want more quantity-wise, you can just double the recipes. It's fine. Anyway.
Also, we will be releasing the recipe cards too.
I actually was cramming making the recipe cards this morning. Riles designed the recipe cards, so please thank her for her work. I actually put them all together today, like literally just before stream. I finished the last one. But they are
I watched you do them, yes.
Yeah, they're pretty. And we'll be releasing the recipe cards after stream, but I will be showing them on stream.
Yep.
For the most part,
and then
the recipe
make sure
cards.
make sure you send them to me too, so I can show them off on my stream too.
Of course. So, I tried my best to keep the recipe cards, like, identical to the, recipes here in the document. There's a couple that are a little more involved, but I couldn't fit them on the recipe card. Dinkies is actually a little more involved. There's some extra steps for the syrup. But otherwise, it's been kept pretty simple. So, first of all, disclaimer. So, because this stream is going to be involving alcohol, and we are going to be sampling them, it does bear a bit of warning. Please drink responsibly. I have nothing to do today, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm also probably going to try and restrain myself to doing the wine tasting technique where you take only a sip, small sips of whatever you're sampling. Because I've got 12 drinks here, okay? 10 of them are alcoholic. A lot of them have a fair bit of alcohol in them. I think it's like...
But you can't let them go to waste.
I think it's like 12 ounces alcohol total, or something like that. If I chugged them all, it would not end well. But I have food, I have water, I'll be talking in between, so, I'm gonna try to retain some semblance of dignity. And,
Keyword there is try.
yeah, keyword is try. But,
And hey, if you fail, you could play a drinking game if you want.
yeah.
Speaking of,
If you also fail, you can just play a game.
Speaking of, I am going to be putting polls on my side of stream when we are showing off a recipe for you to vote whether or not you think that you'd want to give it a try or not.
Also, real quick, Rouse. I'm gonna actually post all the things. Actually, I'm gonna send them to you directly. The recipe cards, I have them all. So before we start, I'm gonna do that real quick first, and then we can get started because I have all the recipe cards.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna say hi to Vivian, hi Grim, hi Autumn, hi DG, hi Snowy. Hi, puppy. Hi, Shadow. Hi, other puppy.
Yes, hi, it's me. I'm already here.
You all can figure out who the other puppy and who puppy is.
What?
Hi.
Yeah, you're clearly referring to Archon, right?
Hi, Ophi. Hi, Toledo. I think that's everybody. I think I got everybody. I chatted. Oh, thank you for the treat, Snowy. And we're going in the order that you sent me, right?
Not that order. It's on what's on the stream.
Yeah, the order that you had in the Google Doc.
Yes, that's the order. Hang on, did I miss?
That's correct.
9, 10. Did I miss 2? I missed a couple. Hang on. No. In the recipe cards that I sent Riles. Actually, if it comes up, just let me know if you don't have it, Riles. Because I can't figure it out right now. Hopefully I won't be too far in the hole by then. Anyway.
So Master Chef, Master Drunk.
Also, I'm going to do some maneuvering on my just chatting screen to give a little bit of room for showing off the recipes.
Yeah, I need to create the recipe cards. Boop.
Put them in your overlay, yes.
Yeah.
That is important.
So, I apologize. I am totally professional most of the time. Most of the time. It's
much
just,
perfection.
I was really, really strapped for time this morning because I had to, finish making cookies and stuff for Christmas gifts and everything. But yeah, there we go.
Oh, had to bake.
I had to bake yesterday. Where's that recipe card? That's high.
And that should be big enough, I think. So Master Chef, but Master Drunk.
There we go. Okay, I got a recipe card on there. Yay. Okay, cool.
Happy hour.
There we go. Okay.
That works.
All right. So,
You ready to kick us off, Bo?
yeah, I'm ready to kick us off. Let me actually grab the bottle, because I have them all in a stack over here, so I have to just slide over. Yeah, if you submitted a form, you will get a recipe card. Please make sure we have a way to contact you, either on Discord or Twitter DMs or whatever. Just, be sure to expect it. I do have all the recipe cards that I made. And if you want all of the recipe cards, might release like a little, recipe book later on.
Yeah.
This is just the first batch. So if you are not on here, never fret. We do have the intention of doing recipes for all of you. I was gonna say intention of doing all of you, but that sounds weird.
I intend to do it.
Alpha. How can you say it like that, huh?
Hey,
I got you.
I have a
How lewd of you.
weird sense of humor. But yeah, no, we have the intention of making drinks of everybody and making pretty recipe cards like this one for everybody. So don't fret. If you're not on this stream, we will have 2 others. I did intend to post the recipe list for who's going to be appearing in this one, but again, I didn't have time. For the next 2 streams, definitely will have that ready ahead of time. And if these prove to be popular enough, this will be a continued thing. So,
Thank you, Joey, so much for your $100 dono to my surgery fund.
aw,
Thank you.
thank you for the follow, the creature. Thank you.
Clap, clap,
All
clap,
right.
clap, clap.
So, we will be doing 12 drinks to review this stream. And the first one on the list is actually mine. So, this one is called the Azure Rose, go figure. And my criteria for this, because I had actually been workshopping this recipe for a while. The first iteration of it was a rose gimlet. So basically it's just gin, lemon juice, and simple syrup. But it didn't have enough of a flowery flavor to it, so I experimented with this one. The key ingredient for this is the indigo gin. There's another drink in here, I think, that uses indigo gin. I think it's Ophibat that uses it. But basically what indigo gin, it's normal gin, but it's like bluish purple, and it changes color in reaction to acid, so lemon juice, lime juice is very, very cool. If you need any drinks that are blue purple-ish, you can get away with it by using blue curacao, but it adds lemon flavor or orange flavor to your drink. If you want just the blue colored gin, you can get that by just steeping normal gin with butterfly pea flowers. That'll absorb the blue flavor, or not the blue flavor, the blue color, and get you that color changing effect. If you use blue curacao, you don't get that nearly as much. But indigo gin it might not be common, and it might be hard to get. Around here, where I live, we have like 2 brands. We have the Empress 1908 indigo gin. That's the one I use, and I have a huge bottle of it up in my bar. And then the other one is Metamorphosis. So the Metamorphosis is a little bit more expensive for some reason. Anyway. So, the ingredients for this are 1.5 ounces of indigo gin, of your choice, or regular gin if you can't find the blue stuff. 1/4 ounce of creme de violette. So what creme de violette is, it's a very sweet violet liqueur. I used a combination of violet syrup mixed with alcohol. Another one that you can do, you can actually make your own creme de violette, which I actually did for another drink. By, again, steeping violet flowers in alcohol for like a day. So I have that somewhere else. And then adding sugar after. There is 3/4 of an ounce lemon juice, another 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and 3 drops of rose water or orange blossom water. Either way, they taste very, very similar. If you don't have orange blossom water, rose water is easier to get a hold of. And then about 1/4 to 1/2 an ounce of blue curacao to layer. So the way you mix this drink, you just kind of add everything except for the blue curacao into a shaker, shake it up, and strain it into a glass, and then layer the blue curacao on the bottom. So, in terms of bartending techniques, I kind of want to talk about them now before I actually open this up and take a sip. So, when it comes to bartending techniques, all of these drinks, except for the non-alcoholic ones, and one of them is a hot drink. So for 10 of these drinks, all of them involved, or most of them involve, using a cocktail shaker. There is a technique to this. When you go to mix a cocktail, it's kind of important that A, you use enough ice, and B, you shake it for long enough. How long do you know how long to shake it for? Well, use a good amount of ice. It doesn't have to be completely full, depending on the kind of volume you're working with. But if it's just a single serving of a cocktail, like, you can fill the shaker halfway. Make sure the ice is cold and make sure it's dry. First of all, you don't want wet ice. Don't let your ice be sitting there for too long. So only add the ice after you've put all your ingredients in the shaker. Also, the alcohol will kind of melt the ice a little bit. That's kind of the point, but you don't want it to melt too much. Anyway, whenever you go to mix your cocktail, shake it for minimum 10 seconds. Mix it for longer, at least until a layer of frost develops on the outside of the shaker. That's how you know you've got a good amount of dilution and the cocktail is cold. Alright? So whenever you're using a shaker, be sure to do that. And then when it comes to layering stuff, so a lot of these cocktails will have either float or layer syrups. There's like a whole thing regarding liquid volume or liquid density. But if you're floating something, basically you want it to sit just on the top of the cocktail. If you want to layer stuff, basically you use the back of a spoon and drip it down the side of the glass so it sinks to the bottom. But yeah, that's as far as technique goes. Also, if you guys are in the chat, you can type !drinky in order to get a random drink from the bartender.
So thank you, Ophi, so much for the $30 donut to my surgery fund.
Was my drinky command broken?
Oh, are you sure it's drinky?
Oh, I think it broke. My drinky command broke. Somebody broke my drinky. Never mind. Either way, though, you can actually just redeem points with the bartender and get a random drink in a category. There you go. Yeah, it is a redeem. It's like a 50-point redeem. I actually might change that to, like, 1 right now. So I'll do that. Hang on. 1 second. That way you guys can just, spam drinking in the chat.
Also, while Fo's doing that, the poll is up on whether or not y'all would try the Azure Rose.
Hell yeah, free shots.
Shots. So this cocktail should ideally be sweet and a little bit floral. That's the whole point of using gin. Gin is a very, very herbal and floral alcohol. So you're going to see it a lot paired with citrus and flower flavors. So that's the main reason why I use that. But it's not too heavy on the rose flavor. There's actually a brand of gin. It's also Empress. It's rose and elderflower gin. And then they also have a cucumber lemon gin. And then a new one that I saw recently is like it's a smoky woody flavor gin. It looked like whiskey. Anyway, I've updated my channel points so that way you guys can redeem stuff with the bartender since my drinky command's not working. Anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna pop this open. Let's give it a taste. I've actually already tasted this, but I'm gonna describe the flavor to you guys. Also, I took photos of every single drink for the recipe card. That was actually really difficult. Like, forgive me, I'm not a professional photographer, but I tried. I really tried. Alright, time to give this a
I
try.
see the blue, I see the lemon.
I'm actually planning on having Mosey take when I make these drinks. Planning on doing like a full photo shoot with him since he actually went to photography school. So
yeah, my husband actually used to take a lot of photos for like his videos. He does a lot of videos as well, and also because he used to sell stuff on eBay, he has like professional photography gear. I didn't ask him to do this because he took professional photos of toys, like high detail, you know, professional lighting. I didn't want to bug him for this. The drink that we are trying right now is the Azure Rose. So I'm tasting
I got
it
the
right
recipe
now.
card up on my screen right now. Run away.
Yeah, I have it up on mine as well. So this one, oh, it tastes really good. So it's a little sweet. It's not super strong on the alcohol taste. Let me give that a try. Not strong at all. So it's on the sweet side. You can definitely taste the lemon juice in it, but the floral flavors of the creme de violette come out more. It's really subtle. It's kind of nice. It's not soapy. When it comes, I actually used rose syrup in this before. I used too much. The previous iteration of this, it was like 1 ounce of rose syrup. It tasted like soap.
Soap? Why did it taste like soap?
Okay, you know how potpourri smells, right? If you put too much rose water or too much rose syrup in something, it tastes what potpourri smells like.
I have no clue what potpourri smells like. I don't know what potpourri is.
Like very flowery. If you smelled like a flowery perfume, that's what it smells like.
You're basically drinking perfume, alright.
Yeah, pretty much drinking perfume.
I've never actually had a drink with the creme de violette in it before.
Like, I used violet syrup for this, mixed with a little extra alcohol. Oh my god, it's so good. I even made the homemade creme de violette, but I made it sugar-free, so I used, like, artificial sweetener instead of sugar. But violet flavor is actually surprisingly good. It's not overpowering like rose flavor is. It's subtle and sweet and kind of delicate. So it's it's very commonly used in gin. Definitely didn't mix up potpourri with ambergris for a second. Oh jeez, for
Ambergris.
You know what?
Do you know what ambergris is?
Nope.
You probably would not want to know, but I'll let Fo determine if she wants to say it or not.
Looks like a resounding yes for this one, Fo.
Yay! All right, awesome. I'm really glad. I hope you guys ever get a chance to try it or make it at home, because it's not.
Oh, that's what ambergris is.
Yeah, ambergris is like whale vomit.
No, it's
perfume.
It's not whale vomit, air quotes, but that's the easiest way to describe it. It's basically a secretion that a whale uses to surround any irritants that it has in its stomach. So, like, it can't digest things like octopus or squid beaks, for example.
How do they harvest that stuff, though?
Yeah, and then ambergris is just a digestive secretion that they use. It's kind of waxy and soft, and it coats the irritant and then expels it. Yeah. And people eat that sometimes. And in ancient times, it was used as perfume. It is extremely valuable. However, because whales are a protected species, it's not really legal to buy and sell it. Yeah.
Anymore.
But it was used in the past for perfumes. and occasionally food, and they were considered a luxury delicacy. But yes, I hope you guys get a chance to try this particular cocktail. I highly recommend it. Gin is a bit of an acquired taste in terms of alcohol because it has a very strong herbal flavor, and I highly recommend if you try gin, get a very good quality gin. I like the good stuff that goes down smooth. It's not super harsh. But also you don't get hangovers. So make sure you get some really, really high quality gin for this particular cocktail because you don't want it to be too powerful or overpowering. But this is good. It's very softly sweet. It's not a super mature cocktail, and what I mean by that is a mature cocktail is very strong. It's spirit forward. If you ever see that description, so it's strong on the alcohol flavor. Yeah, cheap gin is just paint thinner. Not even kidding. The Empress gin that I use is pretty good. It's not harsh or anything. You're not gonna regret it the morning after.
Oh my goodness for it.
And then, God damn it for it. And what is the other normal gin I use? So there's a couple of normal gins that I use. The Bombay Sapphire is kind of like my go-to right now. A more high quality one is Broker's, but that only comes in the large bottles. Beef Eater, as iconic as it is one of the lower quality gins. So, although it's cheap, I really recommend going for something more like, it doesn't have to be necessarily top shelf for any of these, but go for something that's a little bit more high quality. And what I mean by high quality, it's distilled or filtered multiple times because that gets a lot of the ethanol out of it, but it also reduces the alcohol content a fair bit.
I think my favorite liquor. Have you ever had Bumbu, Poe?
I don't think I've had that, no.
It's a banana leaf rum.
I love rum.
And it is really freaking good. I highly recommend it. Especially because it's not even that bad. If I remember correctly, I believe it's a little less than $50 for a 750 ml bottle.
Ah, okay. Oh man, okay. When we get to a rum drink, we'll talk about rum a little bit. Because rum is primarily made in the tropics because it's distilled from sugarcane. However, depending on where you go in the world, they'll use different things. So, I think one time my parents got back from vacationing in the Philippines and they gave us this rum that was actually distilled from coconuts. It's not coconut flavored rum. No, it was actually distilled from the coconut plant itself. Yeah. It wasn't, super high quality, but it had an interesting taste. But yeah, when we get to one of the rum cocktails, because I think there's at least 2 in here, we'll talk about rum, because rum is one of those really, really varied ones. All right, let us move on to the next cocktail. What is next on the list?
You know what it
What's
is.
next?
Next is the Cool Gentleman.
Oh, right! The Cool Gentleman. That is DG's drink. So, let me go ahead and bring over our next recipe card.
It's mine.
There we go. This
It's
is DG's
yours.
drink. Oh, hang on. I forgot one element of this drink. Hang on, I'll be right back. It needs club soda for it. I mixed DG's drink without the club soda because otherwise it goes flat. Hang on, I'm just gonna go grab a can of it right and I'll be right back.
For now, though.
It's such a pretty color, though.
It's very blue. I love it. It's like tropical blue.
I've made a lot of different meads using elderflower before. So I was really excited to see that pop up in this recipe list.
Yes, and we got a whole cucumber in there, basically. Looks like something you order from a restaurant. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it looked really good.
It is non-alcoholic. That's one thing.
Yippee. That means Fo and Riley can drink this to their heart's content.
You can down the whole thing and not get drunk.
All right, I grabbed a can of club soda. Anyway, so give me 1 second. All right, so this is the first of our non-alcoholic drinks. This is the Cool Gentleman, which is DG's request. So, what comes in this one? It is so cucumber seems like it would be unusual for a drink. Alcohol, not so much, but for just, a non-alcoholic drink, cucumber seems weird. But if you go to one of those fancy places that serve you like lemon or cucumber water, not so much. Not that weird.
Yeah, and cucumber and lime is a very common combination in a lot of like Hispanic drinks as well.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, also in the South, where it's usually fairly warm and hot. And DG being Southern, this kind of made a lot of sense. All right.
Yes.
So, what was DG's request? He wanted citrus sweet and the theme of energetic and refreshing. So, I went with a very, very summery drink. So, it has cucumber juice. I actually used cucumber syrup that I made myself. Elderflower syrup, lime juice, and club soda. And either a splash of blue curacao if you want like a tiny bit of alcohol, or if you want to go full non-alcoholic, blue raspberry syrup works really, really well. All right, so thank you for the follow, Magical Bottom Blahaj Lover. That sounds so funny.
Magical Bottom Bahaj Lover.
Blahaj.
Bahaj,
right.
yeah, right. Bahaj.
So, instructions for this cocktail, really, really simple. Basically, just fill a glass with ice, pour all of your ingredients in, give it a little bit of a stir, and then top it with the club soda, and then float your raspberry syrup or blue curacao on top. Yeah, really, really simple. You don't even need a shaker for this. So I actually have a bottle slosh of DG stuff right here.
I can hear it from your mic.
Yeah. I grabbed club soda as well.
Alright, Phil, you can't talk about my drink without me saying a cursed thought about it.
What?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Imagine you kept the cucumber as a whole, and you put a hole through it and use that as a straw.
Hole through the cucumber.
Yeah, Blaha, you make a very good point here. So you want to explain about the difference between stirred and shaken drinks?
All right. Okay. So, what is the difference between stirred and shaken drinks? And why is that important? All right. So, you'll probably have heard of the infamous James Bond martini. He wants a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred, which is blasphemy. It's not a martini for one, and it's blasphemous in the martini world. But oh god, I'll get into that because we actually do have a couple of martini drinks that aren't true martinis. So the difference between shaken and stirred drinks. So stirred drinks are typically for more spirit heavy stuff. Cole's drink, which is actually I think coming up after we do like Riles and Archons, that one should technically be a stirred drink, and the way I prepared it is stirred, but the instructions say, oh, you shake it. For stirred drinks, you'll usually see it with alcohol, like with alcohols like gin or whiskey, where they're very strong flavors, and if you shake them, you lose that flavor. And also, when you shake a drink with ice, you're adding a lot of dilution, which you don't want for those because it weakens the flavor. So that's what stirred drinks were. Shaken drinks, you're usually using a fair bit of ice, and the whole point of shaking is to agitate your ingredients and ensure even mixture, but also allowing it to dilute everything a little bit. So why is this a crime for the martini? Gin, as I mentioned, is a very, very strong herbal liquor. Yeah. And if you shake it with ice, you lose all that. But also, James Bond martini is actually not a gin martini. I think he makes it with vodka. Again, which is not a true martini. With vodka, you can do that. Vodka is a neutral spirit. It has no flavor on its own. That is what a good vodka tastes like. It doesn't taste like anything. But you do that with gin, you're committing a crime. Yeah. So, don't ask for a shaken martini, like a real martini. You will get weird looks. Your bartender will hate you.
You got a question, Fo?
Any drinks with Amore Sambuca? I'm not familiar with Amore Sambuca. I have tried Sambuca before. Hang on. Let me get a refresher what it looks like.
What is the worst drink to shake?
Oh, so Sambuca is anise flavored. Ah, okay. So I've not actually worked with that particular anise flavored spirit before. I have worked with others, however. Like absinthe, which actually has a similar flavor profile. There's another one that my husband likes that has the same flavor profile, tastes like licorice. There are actually a couple of cocktails that use not specifically that kind of sambuca, but that flavor. There's a lot of cocktails that, excuse me, do something that's called an absinthe rinse, and honestly, you can just fake it with all of like that sambuca or any other anise flavored or anise flavored liqueur. You can fake it. Anything that calls for absinthe, just use any other anise flavored liqueur and you're fine. There aren't a ton that use specifically that flavor profile as the predominant flavor because it's very, very strong. You get a sip of anything like that, all you're tasting is licorice, like black licorice. Which...
I love black licorice.
It's an acquired taste.
Great
it's very
flavor.
strong. Yeah.
Great, it's tasty.
James Bond has gotten away with this crime for too long. Yes. Because he has his as a vodka martini. So basically it's a martini, but replace the gin with vodka. But why would you do that? Because, why? What is the worst drink to shake? So the worst drink to shake is anything where you actually want to see the layers. Because you're not gonna get the layers if you shake it. Now, if you shake them and then layer them afterwards, like, shake the different elements and then layer them, yeah, that's fine. But put it all into the same shaker and then shake it, yeah, no, that's the worst kind of drink to shake.
Yeah.
Stirred, you get more bang for your buck. Shaken, slightly less of a puncher kick. Yes, that's pretty much a good way of looking at it because it's how they incorporate the ice and the dilution.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know I say like anise flavored. To simplify it, yeah, it's a licorice flavor. It's very, very strong. And it's a bit of an acquired taste. So it's not very prominent in a lot of cocktails, but you'll see elements of it because you'll get the smell. Like they'll say like, oh, using an absinthe rinse, which is just spraying a little bit of the alcohol into the glass before you pour the drink into it. And all it really does is convey a little bit of flavor, but also the smell. Because smell is also taste, weirdly enough. Anyway, DG's drink. I'm gonna taste of this since I added the club soda.
Drink it. Down it.
Drinky.
Oh, actually, I can drink the entire thing.
You have to use the bathroom.
This is actually really good. So, the cucumber has a little bit of a fresh green taste, which isn't bad actually. And combine that with lemon is really good. Now, serve this with ice on a hot day. It's really good.
You know, it feels very much so very similar vein to like a mint julep.
Yeah. So if you want to add alcohol to this, put in your your favorite alcohol, like vodka, for example, would come to mind. You can make it alcoholic, but or gin. Gin works too, but you'll get a little more of the floral flavor. This one isn't too bad. It's actually really good.
Just a spritz of Everclear.
Spritz of Oh, I have bad experiences with Everclear. My husband and I, we tried it once. We bought a bottle of it while on our honeymoon. We were in, I think we were in South Carolina at the time. And just for the fun of it, we bought a bottle, drank it, regretted it the next day. Because Everclear is a very, very high proof alcohol, very high. Normally, you do not drink it straight. Normally, you use it for distilling other alcohols or creating other flavored liqueurs. Like, oh, you put a bunch of fruit in it and extract the flavor for it, and then you have another alcohol. Drinking it straight, I'm not gonna say you should try this because it can actually be very, very harmful if you are not prepared for it. Yeah, it's not distilled much at all. It's like 90% alcohol by volume. You will make yourself sick. So, yeah, like I took a sip of it in a shot glass, instant burning on my lips. And, yeah, I had a friend once who, you know, when they were in high school or, you know, college, they made the mistake of drinking a fair bit of it. They swore off drinking ever since. It was that bad.
Understandable.
Ouch.
But yeah, what's the verdict on DG's drink, the gentleman?
Well, I'm a fan, and it looks like only one person was on the fence.
It is a very good drink. Cucumber does seem weird as an ingredient, but if you like cucumbers, you'll love this drink. It does taste like green. How do I guess?
Yeah.
Like green. Green as a flavor is hard to describe. It's like you know, if you've ever tasted, you know what grass tastes like, and I know you do. A lot of people have tasted grass. A lot of people have tasted grass as a kid.
Chlorophyll.
Yeah, that's pretty much what green tastes like. It tastes like chlorophyll. It tastes like what you would imagine grass tastes like, but this is actually better. Or if you've eaten cucumber at all, it pretty much tastes like cucumber. But I definitely recommend trying this drink on a summer day. You will not regret it. Like, you need to drink it with ice, though. Very cool.
Yeah, like, if I was at the beach and it was 100 degrees, I would want this.
Yes, it's very good. It's also really, really simple. Like, the elderflower syrup is probably the most exotic thing on the ingredient list, but you don't necessarily need it. All it does is convey a bit of a floral flavor, but because there's so little of it in the drink itself, you can skip it if you can't find it.
Oh, like your flowers.
Oh god, I love flowers. I will make tons of drinks with flowers, and I even bake stuff with flowers, and I made London fog cookies a while back with lavender. I have a bunch of culinary lavender.
I agree. Elderflower as an ingredient for mead making is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, like, how do I describe what elderflower tastes like? It's very softly sweet, not as strong as honey. If you've ever had honey, elderflower syrup or elderflower flavored anything, it's a lot more subtle than that. Like the tiniest bit of a floral flavor and ever so slightly sweet. If you have it in a syrup, and it's very, very nice. a very delicate perfume. It's really, really nice as a flavor. I might use it more, actually. We do have elderflower plants growing in our backyard, so I think come spring, summer, we might harvest some for making syrup out of. Yeah, and in terms of elderflower liqueur, the one brand that I know of that's really, really common here is Saint Germain. And it smells almost like vanilla, but has like a very soft sweetness.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Smelled exactly like passion fruit tea, yet it tasted nothing like that.
all right. So, let us move on to our next drink, which is Riles' drink.
Yeah, it's me time.
Yeah. Where is that recipe card?
You get to see your doggerel's drink. Are you
Yeah.
happy, chat?
Yes, this is the I called it the Necromancer's Apprentice because this is actually a riff or a alteration of a corpse reviver cocktail. So, for those of you who don't know, corpse revivers are an interesting series of cocktails. They don't really have any unifying theme. Usually it's some sort of alcohol, and other mixers, so like lemon juice or lime juice. There's no, unlike you say, like, daisies or margaritas, there's no kind of unifying theme behind corpse revivers, so I kind of had to play around with this a little bit. Where the heck is Riles' drink? Oh, there it is.
Also, thank you for the treat, Vivian. And yes, this drink does actually revive you as an undead.
Yup. Alright, so the Necromancer's Apprentice, which is a riff on a corpse reviver. It is 3/4 of an ounce of creme de menthe, specifically the green creme de menthe. I actually homemade the creme de menthe, by the way. I ended up steeping mint leaves in vodka for like 3 weeks. And then there's 3/4 of an ounce of elderflower liqueur. 3/4 of an ounce of Lillet Blanc, or if you cannot find that, vermouth. I used the sweet vermouth, the Bianco stuff, not the normal. 3/4 of an ounce lemon juice and 1 dash of gin. So, and then garnished with mint leaves. So simple. Just kind of put everything together in a cocktail shaker, shake, and then strain it into a cocktail glass or a coupe glass. So this is I think a little bit more of a mature. It's not super sweet, but I'm not sure. But yes, drinking this automatically contracts you to Riles to be
This is
summoned.
true.
That's a shame.
What, you don't want to get summoned by me, Archon? I summon you like every other Thursday.
No.
Does that count though? Oopsie. Alright, let's see what this tastes like, because I think I made this one yesterday. I left the mint leaves in it. It's very minty. Actually, funnily enough, Riles, I originally had, what was it? Not absinthe, but it was a anise liqueur in it, and then DG actually told me, Riles doesn't like licorice flavor. I'm like, oh, well, time to change that.
Me and licorice are gonna throw hands.
Well, good thing I told you that then.
I made this more minty. So I think I increased the amount of mint in it as opposed to having any anise flavored liqueur in here. So let me give this a taste. I gave it a taste yesterday, but let me refresh myself. Ooh,
Yeah, that's exactly
nice.
how it is for it.
That is nice. So, the Necromancer's Apprentice. This is actually a sweeter cocktail. It's actually really, really good. Slightly minty. It's not overly minty, though. There's a lot of mint drinks where it's really, really strong on the mint, or if you eat anything that's mint flavored, it's very strong on the mint. This isn't super minty. You actually get a nice bit of lemon in it.
It's positively powerful.
Yeah, it's positively powerful.
Oh, this is nice.
But yeah,
could drink this in a bar.
I'm just a huge fan of mint drinks in general.
Mm.
I like mint as a flavor.
Yeah, mint is really, really nice. So, mint in cocktails, they're not super common. The most common one that you'll probably know as far as mint goes is probably the grasshopper, which is a dessert cocktail. So what the grasshopper is, it's basically creme de menthe, the green stuff, and creme de cacao, a chocolate-flavored liqueur. Combine those, it's pretty much like drinking a mint chocolate chip sundae. It's actually really good. And then usually mixing it with cream or milk is really good. Actually, I'm trying to make some homemade creme de cacao.
There's also the mojito, which has
Oh
mint
yes,
in it.
mojitos. And the mint juleps and Moscow mules.
A Moscow Mule doesn't have mint in it. It's got ginger and lime.
Oh wait, no, it's ginger. Never mind. I think quite a few mules though, mule type cocktails do have a bit of mint in it. But yeah, mint juleps, that's all mint. Mojitos are mint. So, for those of you who do not know what a mojito is, it is a classic IBA cocktail, which is, I believe, rum and mint and lime. Yeah.
Yeah, the mojito is white rum, lime, sugar, soda water, and mint.
Yeah. If you ever go to any resort in the Caribbean, mojitos will be a very, very common cocktail. They're very refreshing because, partly due to mint. If you are on a bar date and worried about bad breath, order a mint cocktail. Yeah. And mint is usually an ingredient that almost every bar will have on hand. Like, go anywhere and you should be able to order a mojito. But this is good. What is the verdict, everybody, on the Necromancer's Apprentice?
So far, we've got a 75%, 25% split, with 75% yes and 25% no.
Yeah.
Wow. That's some biased chat.
Now it's 80-20.
Ooh. But yeah, I highly
That's a
recommend
very
this.
You
biased
say no to your
chat.
streamer's drink. What the heck?
I highly recommend this if like you want a sweet drink and you like mint flavor. Even if you're not a huge fan of mint, I get it, but this isn't super strong on the mint flavor. It's like an even balance in citrus and mint. So if you're not a huge fan of mint, at least give it a try. It's not bad, I promise you. Although I cannot guarantee you won't be summoned as an undead later. I am not responsible for that.
And honestly, the creme de menthe with the elderflower liqueur is just a fucking chef kiss.
You get, like, mint on its own is very fragrant, but the elderflower liqueur gives it just, like, that little delicate sweetness. Like, creme de menthe is strong, but the elderflower liqueur kind of balances it out, which is kind of amazing. They're so good. I have a
Yummy.
whole jar of homemade creme de menthe upstairs, which I don't have any planned use for yet. I intended to make grasshoppers. I'm gonna make my own creme de cacao, but I might make more of these because this is actually really good.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Also, Bo, you didn't send me Archon's recipe sheet.
Oh, I didn't send you Archons? Alright.
Yeah, you didn't send. You didn't send me to me either as a page.
I'll give you Archon's recipe. Also, I'll send it to you directly, Archon, so that way you have it. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, mint drinks, just fucking amazing. Love mint drinks. And honestly, I might just, like, carry this around in, like, an image on my phone. Like, hey, bartender, this one.
Give me this.
Yeah, and the only real difficult part of Riles's drink is the elderflower liqueur. Like, you're probably not going to have it just sitting around at home unless you're like me and like doing bartending stuff. But it's simple enough to get. You can if you want like a little more or rather a little less alcohol and more of a minty flavor to it, you can just use elderflower syrup. I actually do have just plain elderflower syrup sitting around that I ordered. So if you don't want like too much alcohol, you can just have the creme de menthe, and then the elderflower syrup. You can also increase or decrease the amount of elderflower syrup or elderflower liqueur, to either soften the mint or just, get a little more sweetness. It's really nice. All right. So,
Next drink.
let's move on to the next drink, which is Archons, the last of our hosts. So let me get our card switched over. There we go. This is the Pale Ghost. So, Archon's criteria for the flavor profile was white peach, and the theme was his halo, which is kind of like this black spiky thing. Alright, so let me grab Archon's cocktail, which... Where the heck is it? Hang on 1 second.
Well, yeah, where's my cocktail?
I put it over...
Face through the floor.
It's in the floor. It fell. It fell through the floor.
Ah, there it is. Found it.
There we go.
God, that was disgusting.
all the syrup actually sank to the bottom.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, come on.
There were a couple of ingredients in Archons in the Pale Ghost that I've never even heard of before.
Oh, okay. So, this is an interesting one, and it's actually kind of the most, I wouldn't say difficult, but the most trying one in terms of getting the ingredients together. So, I will explain what these are. So this drink is a variation on a Caribbean cocktail, a gin cocktail, known as the Saturn. This is actually a tiki drink, by the way. And most tiki drinks use rum. This is one of the few that actually uses gin. And there's a couple of ingredients on here that are kind of weird looking, and you won't see them too much outside of tiki cocktails or anything from the Caribbean. So, we've got, let's see here, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of peach syrup. I specifically have white peach syrup. 1/4 of an ounce of orgeat. What is orgeat? It is an almond liqueur or almond syrup. So it's not quite amaretto. It's a very thick almond flavored syrup. So allergy warning for this one. If you are allergic to nuts, yeah, you can leave the orgeat
What are you doing? Drinking this drink?
Yeah, don't drink this if you have a nut allergy. Orgeat is an almond flavored syrup. But like if you just want kind of like the flavor, I think you can do like artificial almond extract, which actually has probably hopefully no almonds in it, or just like a simulated almond flavoring. So yeah, if you're allergic, there are alternatives. But orgeat is an almond syrup or almond liqueur that's actually common to the Caribbean. It is very hard to find. I had to actually special order the syrup from a cocktail supply store or a bartending supply store. Or like, actually I got it off of Amazon too. But it's very, very uncommon. And then there's also 1/4 ounce of something called falernum. Falernum is also something that you only find in tiki drinks. And what it is, it's hard to describe. It's a liqueur and or a syrup that's a blend of a bunch of different spices. You cannot really easily replicate it without making it yourself. You should technically be able to buy it, but I've never been able to find it for sale. I found it...
I actually have something that may be helpful here. For baking, I don't know if it would translate well to alcohol, but there's an almond alternative called creme de noyeau, which is a liquor that uses an apricot kernels.
Oh, yeah. I've actually heard of that. It is actually a very good almond alternative, apricot kernel. So if you're allergic to almond, that's actually a good alternative if you can find it. But yes, falernum is this blend of spices. I had to actually make this myself, and I made it a while back because I used it in some other stuff. But falernum, if I remember, is a combination of like ginger, and other stuff. Ginger, I think cinnamon, and what else? I think it was, oh yeah, a little bit of almond. I had to actually steep a bunch of almonds in it too. There are recipes for it online, and that's what I used for making the falernum for this drink. But I now also have a bottle of falernum syrup that I can just throw together by diluting in alcohol. The problem with falernum and the falernum syrup that I have, it doesn't keep very well, so you want to use it immediately if you're not freezing it. But the bottle of falernum syrup actually is just a really, really thick spiced syrup with, I think, ginger chunks floating in it. But yes. And then in addition to the falernum, we have 1¼ ounces of gin and about 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce of blackberry syrup, just for drizzling around the edge of the glass. So basically, this one, it is a Saturn cocktail, like I said. And this, you just kind of throw everything together into a cocktail shaker, shika, until the outside is frosted over, and then strain it into the glass. And then drizzle some blackberry syrup along the top and let it drip and sink to the bottom. So this is a very, very fruity, tropical gin cocktail. You do want to have a lot of ice for this. It is a tiki drink, so ice is kind of a requirement. I garnish this with actually a cocktail cherry and a lemon spiral. Yes. Alright, so let's give Archine's drink a taste. I think this one's actually one of my favorites. It's very nice. It's sweet. Oh, and it has a nice spiced smell. That is good. So, it's very sweet. You can definitely taste the peach. The spices from the orgeat and falernum add a nice bit of depth to it. It's ever so slightly nutty as an aftertaste. It's actually really good. I kind of want to drink this entire thing right now. I might.
You could. You could.
I mean, nothing's stopping you. We're like almost halfway through, right?
Well, we've only done like 4, right?
Yeah, we're like halfway done. I can afford to drink this, probably.
Probably, she says.
I think Archon's is actually probably one of my favorites, because there's just quite a bit of depth in this. Really
right now we're at an even split of yes, and I'm on the fence for Archon's drink.
Wow, nobody fucking likes me.
Can't believe it.
Oh, you know what this smells like to me? It smells and almost tastes like fruit punch, like the juice box fruit punch you get as a kid. That's what it smells and tastes like right now. It's actually really funny.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, with like a really ever so slight nutty flavor. It's actually really nice. Okay, we're gonna drink. I might make more of this later. It's actually really good.
I'm gonna make one of these one time.
So
as long as like, well, I can't really get the alcohol from where I'm at because, it's kind of prohibited.
Oh no.
Here, well, it's like it's not It's not like prohibited. It's more like
dry state.
Yeah, we're a dry state.
Yeah, I know there's actually some states in the U.S. that are dry-ish. I know like
we like
there are some counties too that specifically that are dry.
Yeah.
We have to like get them from our state store. The alcohol, and it doesn't even carry all the alcohol.
The funny thing, what do y'all do if it rains for it? Alcohol. Okay, so I'm Canadian, but I specifically live in Ontario, and it's interesting because our liquor stores are actually province run. So anytime you buy alcohol, you're usually going to a place called the LCBO, which is it's one of the province-run stores. Grocery stores only recently started being allowed to sell like coolers and beer. So that's been a thing for like maybe a couple of years now, like only 2 or 3. So you can actually now buy very low alcohol coolers, spirits, and beer from the grocery store. But it's not been a thing for long. But the harder alcohols, it's all controlled by the provincial board. So even bars buy their supply from the same alcohol stores that I go to. So there's no separation. So sometimes I'll be buying alcohol and I'll see people coming away with like carts full of stuff. I'm like, oh, that's for a bar. But yeah. If you ever want to make this drink, the orgeat and the falernum, you'll probably have to make yourself because they're hard to buy. I actually did buy the orgeat off of Amazon, so that's not too difficult. The falernum, though, you're gonna have to make yourself, which kind of sucks. But it's not hard, but it takes 2 days of steeping stuff. And falernum is almonds, ginger, lime juice, and a bit of alcohol. I think that's what's in it. Yeah. Oh. All right.
A nice 4-2 split, Archon. 4
Wow.
for yes, 2
They
for I'm on the fence.
hate me.
It's a slightly alcoholic fruit punch, which is kind of weird, but now that I think about it, I really, really like the taste of it, and I'm probably gonna make more of it.
Just drink it all now.
That's
what you wanna do, right?
Actually, I did.
Okay, you're gonna be tipsy later then.
I'll be fine. Alright, shall we move on to our next one? This one's actually gonna be a bit of a special one. Because, well, you'll see in a minute. I'll explain. Oh, where's Dinkies? There we go. Well, let me grab that. Alright, so this one, the person who requested this one actually is not a VTuber. However, they are actually the art director from Best Served Cold.
Oh, it's Dinky!
It's Dinky, yeah. It's the art director from Best Served Cold. They did a lot of the artwork for all the characters, a lot of the backgrounds, I assume, and contributed to some of the story writing for the game. And they popped up in my streams on many occasions, leading to a lot of really interesting and funny moments. And they put in a request. Actually, we invited them to put in a request, and I wanted to make this something special. And I remember, because Dinky actually has a Tumblr account, which I follow, and I'm somewhat active on Tumblr for the Best Served Cold community. And I remember Dinky mentioning that they liked the... what was it? The Dark and Stormy, which is called the Perfect Storm in the game. But they liked the Dark and Stormy cocktails, and it's actually the favorite drink of 2 characters in the game that Dinky adores, Sandra and Peter. And so I was thinking, okay, since those are 2 of their favorite characters, this is also their favorite drink, or one of their favorite drinks. Why not do something related to that? So the flavor profile that Dinky supplied, they wanted, either sour or smoky and spiced, and not really any theme. So my goal was to actually kind of make something that would kind of be reminiscent of both Peter and Sandra. Since Peter likes the Cold Winter, which is I think White Russian. I couldn't really incorporate that too. But since they both like the Dark and Stormy, or Perfect Storm, I decided to do something relating to that. So, this is actually just a riff on a Dark and Stormy. So, the ingredients for this are a 1/4 cup spiced vanilla pear syrup. There's actually a bit more of an involved process in actually making that syrup, but I didn't include it in the recipe card. I'll talk about that in a minute. But then there's also 1.5 ounces of dark spiced rum, specifically dark spiced rum. Just normal rum is not appropriate for this cocktail. It's got to be dark. And then 2 ounces of ginger beer, which is traditional for a dark and stormy. But if you want a little less ginger flavor and less spice, ginger ale will work for this. And then you have a cinnamon sugar rim and cinnamon stick for garnish for this. So, making the pear vanilla syrup is not too laborious of a process. Basically, just cut up a pear. You only need one. And then cut up a little bit of ginger, throw them together in a pot with some brown sugar and vanilla, and then throw in some water and boil that down until you get a syrup. It's very fragrant. It's actually really nice to use for tea as well. I used it for that. It's really nice. And then you use that for our dark and stormy. But yeah. Okay, so why am I insistent on using dark spiced rum for this? So, dark and stormy is actually a trademarked alcohol. In order for it to be a proper dark and stormy, you have to use a dark spiced rum, specifically Black Seal. If you're not using Black Seal rum for the rum component, then it's not a dark and stormy. Like, this is actually it's actually a trademark cocktail if you, do the classic version. If you use any other spiced rum, you have to call it something else. You cannot call it a dark and stormy. They've actually trademarked the name. But let's give this a try. I've had this sitting for a bit. I left the cinnamon stick in, so this is like absorbed a bit of cinnamon flavor. It
What's
smells
that on the
really
written,
nice.
by the way?
Cinnamon sugar.
Cinnamon sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, for any cocktails that have like sugar rims or salt rims, do not drink them with a straw. You're actually supposed to sip past the whatever thing you've used to rim the glass. Why is that important? They actually contribute to the flavor. So if you're drinking a margarita and there's salt on the rim, the salt is part of the cocktail.
Oh, wait, that's a cinnamon stick? I thought it was a straw.
No, it's a cinnamon stick.
Come on.
Ooh, that's got some nice flavor. The spice actually creeps up on you a little bit.
Magic, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Spicy.
You definitely want this to be cold. It's served with ice, a lot of ice. So, the funny thing about dark and stormies, they are a Caribbean cocktail. It's a nice way for staying cool. Why is this titled winter spice? Well, cinnamon tends to be a winter flavor, so throwing that into a tropical cocktail is kind of interesting. You get a little bit of the pear in there too. I definitely have to send this to Ninky. I think they'll very much appreciate it.
Yeah, I think so too. This one's a nice current 1-to-1 of yes and I'm on the fence.
Like, I wouldn't call it a mature cocktail. It is sweet, but the spice might throw you for a bit of a loop, because the spice is lingering. So like you take a sip, you're hit with sweet, but the cinnamon sticks around. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. I like it. So I'm actually going to take a minute to drink some water while I'm doing it. So the next cocktail is going to be really strong because it's more of a classic cocktail and little dilution.
I am going to run the restroom, so I'll be right back.
So
Are you feeling tipsy yet?
I'm actually not that tipsy because I have been doing the take only a sip or two and not big gulps. So I'm okay. If I'm drunk, you can't tell.
Wow.
I'm also eating stuff in between, so. Well, why is it important to eat stuff when you imbibe alcohol, people? Do you know why? Quiz time.
I don't know.
To not get drunk as fast, and it's illegal for bars not to do it.
Yes. See,
Not to give you bar snacks, at least like peanuts. I remember that.
So
Nuts or like small cashews or something. I
Yeah,
don't
I had to learn this when I was getting my Smart Serve certification, which is required if you're going to be serving alcohol around here. But what Archon said is correct. So, the reason why, whenever you drink, or if you're going out drinking, and why bars are required to serve you bar snacks, or at the very least provide something like peanuts or whatever, something that you can snack on, is because it slows down the absorption of alcohol in your system. So if you've heard that drinking alcohol on an empty stomach gets you drunk faster, that is true. If you have nothing in your system, you haven't eaten anything, you will get drunk very fast. If you've had food, alcohol can actually help you with your digestion a little bit, keep things moving. But it'll also slow it down so you don't, get drunk super quickly. So it's the same thing with water too. Water helps in getting that through your system and also not getting super drunk. So if you are drinking and you want to drink responsibly, be sure to have snacks that you can munch on in between and a lot of water. You want a lot of water. That is important.
You want enough water to drown out the alcohol.
And it's important to not make yourself get sick, because alcohol is supposed to be fun, and it's not fun if you make yourself sick. Do wires count as snacks? I mean, if it provides you sustenance, maybe.
If your body can digest it, sure.
Yeah, if you can digest it, sure, it counts as a snack. But otherwise, I don't think they would
Right,
count.
I have returned.
Back.
So
Oh, yeah.
looks like this one is pretty divided. 60% yes, 20% no, 20% I'm on the fence.
I'm not surprised. I'm not offended. Because, on the more heavily spiced cocktails, it's an acquired taste. It's not bitter, but when it comes to spice, I'd say it is a bit more of a mature flavor. Also, there's ginger beer in that. So ginger beer is bitter and spicy. If you use ginger ale, it's not nearly as bad, but I always make it with ginger beer to be more authentic, but it's very, very strong. Now, this next one, which is Cole's, the Sweet Demon, this one is definitely a more mature cocktail. This is very spirit forward. And this is kind of like, this is a lowball cocktail, because it's served in a rocks glass. So, compared to all of the other cocktails, this has the least liquid volume out of all of them. Most of them, the cocktails that I made, they go up to about halfway to 3/4 of the way full on the bottle, and they're like 8-ounce bottles. This one is like a quarter full. Cole's cocktail.
Very little water content.
There's very little water content. Oh, hang on, my husband's calling me. Hang on 1 second.
That means it's strong.
It's got such a pretty color
means
to it, though.
It's orange.
Mm-hmm.
Blood orange specifically.
Honestly, this is the one I could definitely see being served at like a higher class bar.
Indeed.
Blood orange and pomegranates. I love pomegranates, dude. It's an amazing profile for a flavor of fruit.
Also, now that we're into VTubers who aren't actively here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this here so y'all can go and check out the VTuber associated with the drink.
Rar.
Pay no mind to my shoutouts.
I'm gonna look, actually.
No, why?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cringe there, Riles.
Yeah, listen, I operate on cringe.
Look, you got people joining you in the
Uh-huh.
cringe.
cringe is in the branding. You were so right, Blowhigh. Okay, but like, also or at it, blood orange pomegranate with the vodka. Great call for Cole.
All right. Sorry, I'm back. My husband was just
Yeah.
calling me because he's in this parking lot of this plaza, and he's picking up some stuff for present wrapping. And he's telling me that there's this person who's doing driving training in the empty parking lot. And my husband tells me there's this line of geese walking across the laneway, and they sit down right in front of the car that's trying to do the driving training, and the car can't move, so the guy stops. The geese aren't getting up anytime soon, so the driver actually has to back up and turn around to get around the geese. I thought it was really cute.
They're menaces, though.
Yeah, the geese in question are actually Canadian geese, so they're a little... Yeah, geese really said no, fuck you, yeah. They're actually kind of a little late on migrating this time of year, if they're going to migrate at all. Sometimes we have vagrant geese that don't migrate. Yeah, they hang around because they get food. Anyway, I overheard you guys talking about this cocktail for Cole. What were you saying? I got a little bit of it.
I was saying that the blood orange and the pomegranate is such a good call for Cole, and it definitely feels like one that you would see at like a higher class bar.
So, as I mentioned, this is a bit more of a mature cocktail because it is on the bitter side. There is a little bit of sweetness, but it's a little more bitter. It's more alcohol forward, so you can really taste it. The flavors are just kind of like supporting roles in the drink. And what's funny about this cocktail, even before Cole and even before Riles suggested it to me, what was the flavor profile? So Cole wanted citrus and sweet, no real desired theme, but apparently I know Cole very, very well because I kind of went, Cole seems like a very old-fashioned kind of guy, and old-fashioned is the name of the drink, by the way. That's what this is. It is a riff on an old-fashioned. And then when I asked Riles, oh, hey, what kind of drinks does Cole like? And she replied, oh, yeah, he likes old-fashions. I'm like, yup, nailed it. I don't know if that means Cole is predictable. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that. You are, Cole. I love you. But I think it's just, I've known him a while, and it makes sense. And the funny thing is, his character in the TTRPG campaign that I run, his character also ordered old fashioned. I'm like, oh, why do I get the feeling that's his favorite drink? Anyway, an old fashioned is usually a whiskey cocktail. This one is not made with whiskey, and I'll tell you why in a minute. This is made with vodka. So, the ingredients for this one are 2 lengths of specifically blood orange peel, but if you can't get a hold of them, regular orange will do fine too. Blood oranges are actually seasonal. They're only available in the winter most of the time. A lot of the time they come out of Italy, or I forget, there's one place in South America that they're grown. But they're usually Christmassy. They're considered very Christmas fruits because they're available in the winter. 1 teaspoon of pomegranate arils. So like the seeds, if you open up a pomegranate and you see like the jelly covered seeds, yeah, that's what arils are. 1 sugar cube or 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and 2 ounces of vodka. So, why am I using vodka in this cocktail instead of whiskey? Well, if you know your alcohols, and if you remember that I mentioned before, vodka is a neutral spirit. It has no taste. No taste at all. And that's the point. If you taste anything in your vodka, it's not good vodka. Good vodka is tasteless and odorless aside from, the obvious kind of smell of alcohol. Whiskey, on the other hand, is a much more bold and rich flavor. It is very flavorful. It's usually very smoky. So I did actually make this initially with whiskey before. The orange and the pomegranate gets a little bit lost if you make it with whiskey.
Yeah.
You still can, and I have, and it's still good. But you're not gonna get the flavor of the orange and the pomegranate with whiskey as much. So, it's either or. You can use vodka for this, or you can use whiskey. It all depends on your personal preference. Now, because this is an old-fashioned cocktail, you are not mixing this with ice, or you're not using a cocktail shaker for this. The recipe does say use a cocktail shaker, and that's okay with vodka. If you're using whiskey, don't do that. Nope. But for this one, you want to put all of the ingredients except for the vodka into a shaker or a mixing glass first, and then muddle them together. What does you mean by muddling? Basically, you take like a stick and you mush all the ingredients together. Don't pound them. You just kind of grind them together a little bit like you would with a mortar and pestle, just to combine everything to get all the oils out of the peel. Oh my god, Cole's here. Hi. Yes,
Hi,
talking
Cole.
about you. But yeah, that's what muddling is. And you'll see this in mainly whiskey-based cocktails, or a lot of lowball cocktails when you're mixing together ingredients and you want to release the oils or flavors from certain ingredients, or fruit. This is really common with fruit. So for this one, muddle all the ingredients together. Now, the actual mixing process when you add the vodka, depending on whether or not you shake it or you stir it, either is fine for this if you're doing vodka, because it doesn't really matter. I stirred this one to get much less dilution, because you're pouring this over a single large ice cube at the end anyway, so you're gonna get a lot slower dilution. Why one large ice cube? Well, if you know how stuff works with ice, when you have lots of individual ice cubes, it's a lot larger of a surface area for melting, so you get a lot more dilution. For whiskey drinks, you do not want that. One large ice cube, you get much slower dilution, and it keeps your drink colder for longer. So don't drink these kinds of drinks that fast. So in the instructions here, it says shake it. I stirred mine. So I dumped everything into a mixing glass, muddled it all together, put one large ice cube in, and then used a spoon to stir everything until it kind of diluted a little bit. So I mixed it together for about 30 seconds and then poured it into a highball glass, or a lowball glass. If you can see from the picture, I actually have a ball mold, a sphere mold, for making round ice cubes or ice balls. I tend to stock them up in my freezer. So I usually have about 3 or 4 whiskey balls or ice balls ready to go. And then I have smaller, like, square ice cubes that are still a single large ice cube. But yeah. So.
As a very round ball, yes.
It's very round.
Now drink it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a drink. Okay, again, this is very,
That's a
very...
pretty color, too.
It's a very pretty color. Now, if you want to make a shortcut for this, you can just use simple syrup and, like, grenadine, like actual grenadine made with pomegranate juice. You can do that as a shortcut, but the end result is overall a lot sweeter. It doesn't have as much complexity as the muddling does. Let me give this a try. So, this is only like 3 ounces of liquid. It's not a lot. It's like a quarter filled of the bottle. So I could drink all of this. However, most of it is alcohol.
2/3 of it is vodka.
Yeah, 2/3 of it is vodka. So I'm gonna give this a taste.
I mean, surely you'll be fine if you chug it right.
Oh, that's good. Now, I'm used to the taste of alcohol. This is strong. Like, because there is not a lot of dilution of ice in this, you're pretty much getting pure alcohol. Not pure alcohol like 90% ABV. No, most of what you're getting in this drink is booze. Like 90% booze. Oh, but it's so good. The smell. You get like this almost candied orange peel smell.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's so nice. And the pomegranate adds like a little bit. I don't know how to describe it.
It's almost that like fruity bitters kind of taste.
Yeah, fruity bitters. And it lingers on your tongue. This is, and the orange, yeah, the orange is kind of like,
Can't believe you're out here lingering on people's tongues, Cole.
yeah, this is not chuggable. This is not a drink that you chug, by the way. You sip this. This is the kind of drink that you have in your hand sitting by the fire smoking a cigar.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, you can down this all in one go, but when you have an ice ball like that, you're kind of wasting it. No, this is good. I've actually made this twice before. One time I made it with whiskey. This was also one of the first drinks that I made like last week, but then it's like, oh, I'm not sure this will keep, and I just, slammed it back. Regretted it a little bit later because I was drunk while making dinner. But this is good. This is a good drink. It is more of a mature drink, like I said. It is not very sweet. There is some sweetness, but it's not lemon drop levels of sweet where you can't taste the alcohol. No, the alcohol is the point for this. But it is nice. And as I mentioned before, if you can't get a hold of blood oranges, regular oranges are fine. And when it comes to cutting the orange for the peel, there's a bit of a nuance to it. There's a technique. Because when you're peeling the orange, you actually don't want any of the white part. That's the bitter part. So
Pith.
yeah, the pith. You don't want any of the pith, because that's all where all the bitterness is. Now, all the flavor is actually in the orange bit. So get as little of the pith as possible, just like the thinnest slivers of the peel. Or like if you're really not sure, you can actually just zest the orange, which is what I do. All of the flavors in the zest, the smell, the oils, all of that. So if you're having trouble getting lengths of peel to muddle for this drink, just, zest it and it'll fine. Would freeze-dried blood orange work? I've not tried it. I've actually seen freeze-dried blooded orange slices. That can work, actually. You can actually just grind it up and use that in place of the peels. I think that would work fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
You might get more orange in that because the flavor gets concentrated. But it should work. So if that's all you're able to get a hold of, give it a try. But like I said, this is a very mature drink with a little bit of sweetness. And if you want to try it with whiskey, you can. But bear in mind, you're probably going to get more orange out of it and less pomegranate. But it's still pretty good. I'm actually going to drink the rest of this.
I can't believe you're eating my shoes over here right now, puppy.
Oh, that's good. Mature and sweet does kind of fit for Cole. I don't know what that says, but he agrees. What is the consensus on the poll, Riles?
Yeah, so it looked like it was mostly yes, with only one vote of I'm on the fence.
Yeah. I actually expected
People
more people
like Cole
to be
more
like,
than me.
well, yours had more unusual flavors, despite me saying that it tastes like alcoholic fruit punch. But yeah, as I mentioned, Cole's drink, the Sweet Demon, is a much more mature and spirit forward. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're a first timer when it comes to alcohol or you're not really used to drinking. Usually I'd recommend something a lot more on the sweet side and lower alcohol content. There's only like
I don't think I can
2
do that one.
ounces. It's only 2 ounces of vodka, but it doesn't seem like a lot. But when it comes to drinking, it's a big impact. Like, if you down all of that quickly, you are going to get tipsy very fast. But like I said, this is a sipping drink. You're drinking it over the course of a long period of time as the ice ball dilutes it. So don't drink it fast. If you're drinking it fast, you're drinking it wrong. Which is a weird thing to say, but when it comes to stuff like that, yeah, no. There's a process to enjoying this stuff. And I'm one of those people that doesn't drink to get drunk. I drink because I enjoy the flavors. I like the taste. Yes, getting drunk is fun, and, you know, usually in for a good time if you're drinking responsibly. I'm all for responsible drinking. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, we've been at this for how long? We've gotten through like half the drinks. I'm not completely sloshed, by the way, even though we've gone through like 5 or 6 drinks, because I've been sipping. I haven't been downing all of them.
I mean, we can always go back and down them.
I could, yeah. I'm at the end, I might. All right, let's move on. Something to be savored? Yeah, cool. You know, you gotta take your time. You don't want the time to, you know, be over that quickly. All right, so let's move on to our next one. This is Dilla's recipe. So let me go ahead and find this. Dilla the Cold. Is it Dilla or Dila?
I think it's
I don't-
Dilla.
Good question.
Dilla the kobold.
Dilla the Kobold. All right, so let me pull this one up. Let me find it over here in my pile of bottles. 1 second. I think it's this one because there's only one in this selection that's yellow. And now that I say that out loud, I'm slightly concerned because it kind of looks like pee.
Oh gosh, why do you have to point that out?
Okay, well, it's not like, you know, apple juice shade of pee. This is like light. It doesn't taste like pee though. I promise you.
It's like there's piss crystals around it.
Oh God, the piss got to the drink.
Piss rocks. Are we talking about
Yeah,
piss
piss
rocks
rocks.
again?
All right. So, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but there's kind of like a common thing among a lot of the drinks that I've come up with. There's a lot of flowery flavors in them. I've noticed. How many of the drinks here had elderflower syrup or elderflower liquor? 3 so far, I think. There was yours, yours, DG's, and then there's this one. Let's see here. So, let's go through this. This is the fairy dust. This is Dilla the Kobold's request. Her request was for the flavor profile: softly sweet, clean finish, and with a theme of a modern fantasy fae tavern. Well, I think a good one. This is actually based off of a pear vodka martini. So, remember how I was talking about martinis earlier and how vodka martinis are not true martinis? This isn't an actual rage-inducing thing, but if you're ever in a bar or whatever, or, you know, getting into drinking, true martinis use gin. You know, that's the type of cocktail they are. Vodka martinis are pseudo martinis. So, a real martini, because it uses gin, it's usually combined with citrus, whether it's lemon, lime, orange, or whatever. They all have citrus and gin because they pair well together. You can also add floral liqueurs in with those, so elderflower, rose, violet, hibiscus. Any flower flavored thing you can combine with the gin and it's fine because they mix together very well. They're all very floral, they're very herbal. The reason why you use vodka in a martini drink is because there are other stronger flavors that you want to shine through. And if you do that with gin, the gin overpowers everything. It's juniper berries. So for this one, pear is a very subtle flavor. It's not super strong. But you can enhance it with other florals. But if you want those to be prominent, you use vodka instead of gin. So yeah, you could use gin for this cocktail, but the pear would get lost. So this is a vodka martini. Vodka martinis are not bad, but they're not true martinis. You will get probably side eye if you know, genuinely refer to them as martinis. They are martinis, air quotes. Anyway, so ingredients for this: 1/2 ounce of elderflower liqueur, 2 ounces of pear vodka. I could not get hold of pear vodka, so it's like 1 ounce pear syrup and 1 ounce vodka. There's 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and then sparkling wine or club soda to top with a gold sugar rim. I did not have gold sugar, so I used yellow, unfortunately. It looks more
Yellow
like a
piss
lemon.
sugar.
This looks more like a lemon drop than anything else. Anyway, same process as a lot of our other cocktails. Add all of the ingredients except your bubbly stuff to the cocktail shaker with ice. Shake, shake, shake. And then strain into a cocktail glass and fill up the rest with sparkling wine or club soda. Club soda if you want less alcohol, sparkling wine if you want the fancy bubbly. So this should be sweeter. Is this still fizzy? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Cool.
This one's probably one of the higher volume ones. This one, the bottle's almost completely full. Oh, it smells nice. So, pear has a very soft, sweet flavor, if you know what pear smells like. I used pear syrup. And then the elderflower liqueur enhances the pear smell and the flavor, a little bit of floral sweetness. Oh yeah, that's nice. And it's fizzy too. So it's if you've ever had champagne, that's kind of like what this tastes like, but a little more on the fruity side. You cannot taste the alcohol in this. This is practically a lemon drop. Oh my god. You could like slam back like 5 of these and then be passed out at the end of the day. I do not recommend that, but there is like 2 ounces of vodka in this, by the way. So if you drink them quickly, you're gonna be drunk really fast, but you cannot taste it in this. And that's why lemon drops are very, very sinister. Because there's a lot of alcohol in them. But the other ingredients kind of fool you into thinking that, oh yeah, it's not so bad. I can drink like 10 of these and then you're just gone. But this is good. I think this does fit the bill of softly sweet, clean. You cannot taste the alcohol. And it has like, if you use the sparkling wine, you get the bubbly, you know, it comes off as very whimsical. I think if I had the gold sugar, it probably would have looked even more fancy and fantasy. This is nice. This is really nice. If you want to enhance the look, you can also use luster dust, you know, edible glitter, and just dump that in. I will have stories about the edible glitter in a minute, because there's 2 drinks in this set that use edible glitter, and I have stories about that from playing with it yesterday.
Gotta make sure there's enough time to get through all these drinks, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through these a lot faster, but what's the verdict on the fairy dust? It's actually really good. It's very sweet.
I honestly, it's one of the ones that's a yes for me, and apparently chat agrees too. 100% yes.
I definitely recommend it. The elderflower really makes that. It is really good. But if you're a first-time drinker, that is actually the kind of cocktail I would recommend, because A, you can't taste the alcohol. You still have to treat it like alcohol and be careful with it. But if you've never had alcohol before, yeah, if you've never had alcohol before, I definitely recommend this one for a first-timer. Yeah. But be careful, don't drink too many of them, because, like I said, it's deceptive in their sweetness. So, if there's anyone that you're gonna try and you're not really that much of a drinker, I definitely recommend this one. Alright, so let's move on to our next cocktail, and this is actually the second of our non-alcoholic cocktails, and this is Mosey's drink, Mosey the Cozy Owl.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had to. The reason why we started late today was because I had to actually make this drink beforehand because this is a hot drink. This is a tea drink. I actually still have it now. I've had. Oh, it's still warm. Cool. So this is simple. This is actually just a chamomile tea latte, with some spices steeped in it. We have the ingredients. So the flavor profile was floral tea, so I used chamomile. It's not a super strong floral tea. It's a lot more subtle. I normally prefer Earl Grey, but Earl Grey is a very strong flavor. It's black tea.
Yeah.
Chamomile is a lighter tea. So you still get the floral flavor, but it's not horribly, horribly strong and overpowering. And the theme was cozy winter. Well, cozy winter, floral tea lattes. So we have a cup of milk, a tablespoon of chamomile tea, or 1 chamomile tea bag, they are equivalent. 3 crushed cloves, 1 teaspoon vanilla, a pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of cardamom, and a pinch of nutmeg, and garnish with a cinnamon stick. So the process for this is really simple. Just steep the tea in a saucepan with milk and the spices and bring that over to a boil, but making sure it doesn't bubble over. And then once you've got the milk steaming, pour it into a blender or use a milk frother and get it really, really frothy. That was a technique I did not know until last year. So I just put it into the bullet blender that we have and it froths up really, really nice. But yeah, and then you just pour it into a mug or a teacup and you have a very nice tea latte. It's actually still foamy. I'm surprised. I made this like an hour ago and it's still foamy. So I'm gonna take it. It smells really, really good, by the way.
I'm a huge fan of like nice and frothy milk drinks.
And the interesting thing about this, it is cozy. The spice level is actually not very high. You can taste it and you can smell it, but it's not very strong. Oh my god, this is so good. This is something that you just want to curl up by the fire with. Oh, it mentioned nothing about sweetness because that sort of thing you can just kind of add yourself after the fact. And I do recommend, like, if you want a sweeter latte drink, add honey or sugar or whatever sweetener floats your boat. Either one is fine. But this is really, really good to just kind of curl up with under a blanket. It was really good. How much is quantify a pinch? It's like a pinch. You can actually add more spice if you like, but literally a pinch. Just like pinch the spices between your fingers and just sprinkle it over. That's what a pinch is to me. If you want more spice, yeah, you can add them. Yeah, a pinch of salt. You just kind of eyeball it. This is really good. I'm not usually a chamomile tea drinker. I might actually drink this more. It's really good.
Start the poll for this one here. Yeah. By the way, that last one was 100% for yes.
The pear vodka, yeah. Or
a comfy drink.
This is a comfy drink. It's not alcoholic. It's not hard to make at all.
If you're a baker, you could probably make this with what you have at home.
The only weird one that might be kind of you might not have is the cardamom, and you can easily leave it out. It's just cardamom is very, very fragrant. I think it's the strongest smell in there.
Yeah, I think that the thing that kind of intrigued me is that I kept looking for allspice to be in here based off of the other ingredients, and it wasn't. And I'm not like disappointed or anything like that. It was just something that I expected based off of the previous ingredients.
Yeah, I considered allspice. I might try another version with allspice added in there, because allspice is, how do I describe it? It has a very robust flavor, not horribly strong. like it can get bitter if you use too much of it, but I think maybe allspice could round it out some more with like, but it doesn't hurt to leave it off. You can leave the cardamom off as well, but the cardamom is mainly there to add flavor. I actually used a whole cardamom pod and ground it up. Now, for the cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom, and the cloves, you can start with them pre-ground, but I find that even with cooking and baking, starting off with whole spices actually ends up better because
Yeah.
you get the release of the fragrance and the oils a lot better that way. Like, it's an extra step, and I know some people find it annoying, but the pre-ground stuff just kind of, I don't know. In my experience, it doesn't really compare.
I mean, coming from somebody who cooks a lot of like authentic Mexican food, I definitely agree. I specifically keep a mortar and pestle on hand in order to grind my own spices.
Yeah, I do too. Like, I have our mortar and pestle by our sink, and we have a lot of whole spices around. And then we'll either use the mortar and pestle if they're small enough, or for nutmeg, I actually have a grinder for those. Yeah. So if you can, I highly suggest using the whole spices and just grinding them up yourself. You get a lot more flavor that way.
Also, this has been the most resounding yes drink. 100% with 6 votes.
Ooh.
People like their tea.
Oh yeah, tea drinks, horribly underrated. Like I love me some tea drinks.
Now here's a question for you, Fo. If you wanted to make this boozy for yourself, what would you do?
I wanted to make this boozy.
Because I have one, but I think that you might get mad at me for what I would do to this.
Say it.
For this one,
I want to hear what Fo has to say first before I say what I do.
So, the only equivalent I can think of is like a splash of whiskey or scotch, because Irish coffee uses whiskey and coffee. But the thing about whiskey, again, really, really strong. Ooh, I know. So there are actually cinnamon flavored liqueurs. So I'd replace some of the cinnamon with either well, I wouldn't use Goldschlager because that has gold flakes in it, but I would probably make my own cinnamon liqueur. Just I actually have cinnamon syrup. Just add alcohol to that and then just use that instead of like the pinch of cinnamon. So if you want to make it boozy, you can do that. I wouldn't go maybe vodka because again, flavorless.
Yeah.
But I think my liquor of choice to add to make this boozy, yeah, I'd have to say like a cinnamon liqueur.
I think so. You're close to what I would do. So my answer for this is I would bring down the milk to a 2/3 cup of milk, and then do 2 ounces of rum chata.
Ooh, rum chata, yeah. I forgot that. Okay, so for those of you who are not in the know of what alcohol is, horchata or rum chata is I think it's like a dairy-based alcohol. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a dairy-based alcohol. So, when it comes to tea or dairy-based drinks, and you're kind of at a loss for what to pour into it to make it boozy, well, there you go, horchata or rum chata. That works.
Yeah. for horchata is typically a rice milk with cinnamon and sugar. And then to make it rum chata, it's that with rum, with a simple rum, specifically a dark rum.
Man, I there we go. I'm reconnected. Yeah. So, for those of you who are watching via my stream, yeah, the problem with Irish cream, like Bailey's and whatnot, which is usually kind of like the default dairy-based liqueur that people think about when it comes to those sorts of things. Yeah, it has a very strong flavor, like Raul said, and it's kind of minty. Like Bailey's or Irish cream, I would only really reserve for coffee or chocolate-based cocktails because those flavors meld together very well. For something that's like tea-based, if you want to go for like the tea lattes or boozy tea lattes, it can work, but then you're gonna have a weird clashing of flavors. So
Also,
do it if you like, but I wouldn't recommend.
fun food history lesson for y'all. Horchata, the original Spanish horchata, not the Mexican horchata, because the Mexican horchata did use rice. The Spanish horchata was originally called horchata, and they used tiger nuts and not rice. So they would soak, grind, and sweeten the tiger nuts in order to make it.
I've never seen what tiger nuts look like. That's a new one to me.
They're also called chufas. They are primarily also called yellow nutsedge. It's basically a nut from a cypress tree.
Oh. Okay, that
And they're really freaking good when you grind them up. Mexican horchata tends to be a little bit more milky, whereas like with the Spanish horchata, it's a lot more spiced.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's like the other way around.
No.
Alrighty, let's move on to our next drink.
Alrighty.
This one is Felony Sparks.
Time for Fel's drink.
There we go. Felony Sparks.
Blue. It's so
very
blue.
blue. It's very blue.
It is a brighter blue than mine. So this is actually the first of the space-based cocktails. There were so many. I think there was at least 4 space-themed cocktails that were requested. Yeah, 4. This is, I think, the first of the 2 today that actually have edible glitter in them. You can't see it in the photo because the granules are so tiny. But, like, if you actually are physically holding the drink, you can see them floating around, and it looks really, really cool. I also think it seemed like I didn't use nearly enough and too much at the same time. I'll explain it in a minute. Anyway. This one was hard because there are so many space-themed drinks out there. This is kind of a rum-based punch. Yeah, like it's like a rum punch almost. So, this is 1.5 ounces of coconut rum, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce blue curacao, 1 ounce simple syrup, and 1 ounce of tonic water. If the tonic water sounds weird, you're actually supposed to put it under like a UV or black light and it'll glow. I don't have one easily available. Yeah, tonic water has quinine in it, and it fluoresces under black light.
That would make it space theme, yeah.
Yeah, that would make it space theme. I did not have a black light available. We have them in the house. I just don't know where they are.
Remind me to send you later. I actually have, because I did a space-themed party a while back, I have a link to a blacklight, they're blacklight coasters.
Ooh.
So you could get the glow from the bottom up.
Oh god, the sparkles, the glitters settle to the bottom. It's all there. There's like a layer of edible glitter on the bottom.
Just shake it.
And I did shake it, and now it's swirling around. Okay, so in the photo you can't see the glitter at all, but I'm looking at it in front of me right now, and it's like there's so much. It's not even I got these edible glitter shakers, like a bunch of different colors, and I gave it like what, 3 really good shakes.
Mhm.
There's so much in here now. Like, it's
Also, thank you for the
Understood.
chat, Shadow.
Anyway, I was going to say, yeah, it doesn't look very impressive in the photo because I didn't have a black light available, but if you do look at it under black light, it should theoretically fluoresce because of the quinine. Yeah. In the tonic water. Tonic water, it's essentially club soda. It's carbonated, and doesn't really have any taste. Doesn't convey any taste, but it does have quinine in it, which fluoresces. What's the point of tonic water then? I have no idea. In the past, it was kind of like, you know, snake oil salesman type thing, like, oh, you drink it and it conveys some health benefits. I don't remember or know if that's still a thing. People do still drink tonic water, they still sell it, but it doesn't really function in any way like club soda does. Well, it is like club soda, but if you want it to fluoresce, that's what it's there for. Oh yeah, malaria, there we go, thank you, third tier. So, let me give this a taste. So the flavor profile Felony Sparks requested was fruity, tart, and sour, and then like a space theme. It should have been purple. Which I kind of forgot that requirement, so I apologize, it's blue. I thought, okay,
I think the blue still works.
I actually put purple edible glitter in here, but you can't see it. I think what I would have done, if I had known that the edible glitter wouldn't really visibly show up, I would have probably done, like, blackberry in here. Whatever. I put purple edible glitter in here. I thought it would show up, but the granules are so fine that yeah. And yet, it's everywhere in here. I can't escape it.
If I remember correctly, there was this I don't remember which one it was. There was a type of liquor. I think it was called Snowy River. There's a cocktail glitter that has that that swirly kind of glitter tone to it.
It looks very pretty. I will say that, but it tastes really good too. I don't taste the alcohol at all.
But is it a sneak up on you one?
This will sneak up on you, yeah. You don't taste the
I mean, there really is only one way to find out, Fo. You think you just need to drink the whole thing.
Just drink the whole thing? Oh my god.
Just drink it. Just drink the whole thing.
You know, we are in the tail end now, so I think you're safe.
I will drink half.
Down in one. Yeah, Autumn's got the right of it.
I will say, this is really good. It tastes like more like pineapple juice that's up front. The coconut kind of lingers on the tongue. Now you get a little bit of the citrus of the lemon. Ooh, good. This is definitely more of a tropical cocktail. It's like a less creamy pina colada, if you've ever had that, or like know what that flavor is. So it's like a pina colada, but without the creaminess. Yeah, and more blue. It's very blue.
See, if to me it feels like a little bit like a toned down AMF.
Yes. This will come up in a later stream, the AMF, because somebody actually requested it. An AMF is essentially what a Long Island iced tea is, but blue. So it has the blue curacao instead of a splash of cola. What is an AMF, you ask? AMF stands for adios, motherfucker. And it's pretty much like a combination of every alcohol in it. There's like 5 ounces of alcohol in it. It's a lot. It's like, it's vodka, it's rum, I think there's gin in it. And then there's the blue curacao. Every rum there is, every clear alcohol there is, it's in there. And there's a lot of it. There's like 4 or 5 ounces alcohol total in an AMF and a Long Island iced tea. And the joke behind the Long Island iced tea, it will wake you up and it will fuck you up. And by the end of drinking a Long Island iced tea or an AMF, you're just gone. I made one once or twice in the past few months, the Long Island iced tea and the AMF, and oh boy, I have a pretty decent alcohol tolerance. Oh, but that one was hard. It was hard.
That one knocked you out.
That would
Also-
not. I wouldn't knock me out. It would knock me on my ass. I'll still be conscious, but I will be stumbling around.
Also, the
I
poll is up
rarely
for
get-
this one if you want to vote.
Oh yeah, right.
There's a
Cool.
very fruity drink. It's a toned down AMF. Very pina colada flavor. This is definitely a beginner cocktail. If you've never really had alcohol, this one's good.
Yeah, and that's fairly easy to make outside of maybe the tonic water.
Very.
Although
easy to make,
I don't
yeah.
know. Although I've seen a lot of tonic water at like the bigger liquor stores before, so
I just get it at the grocery store. It's weird. They sell them in bottles in the soda aisle. It's that easy to get. If you don't
I guess I've never looked for tonic water at the grocery store. So
yeah, it's an oddball thing. But it's there. The tonic water is not necessary unless you want the glowy effect under the black light. But if you just kind of want the filler, club soda works, or lemon lime.
let's see, what's the split look like on this one? 75% say yes, 25% I'm on the fence.
Yep.
I think coconut is like a weirdly divisive flavor, or weirdly divisive flavor. Either you love it or hate it. And it's present in a lot of tiki drinks and tropical drinks. It's like the number one thing after pineapple. Pineapple is in like every single one.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to make a pina colada, you need cream of
You
coconut.
need to get caught in the rain.
Speaking of that song, that's a messed up song. It's about adultery, cheating on your partner.
You.
I've been married a while. I'm tired of my old lady. I'm gonna take a look at the personal ads, which is pretty much like going on Tinder. If you like pina coladas. Anyway, yeah. If you want to know how that song ends, they get into correspondence with each other, this guy and the person he met in the personal ad. And they exchange, letters in the newspaper in the personal column. And then they said, you know what? Let's meet up. Let's run away together. And then they actually physically meet each other. It's the person that walks through the door is his wife. They're like,
Oh my goodness.
I never knew you were into all those things. Let's go have some fun. I'm suddenly into you all over again. It's like you're like a stranger. It's so weird. Like you were planning to cheat on each other and run away. It turns out the person you were going to be cheating on your wife is your wife.
Also, Fo, you didn't send the other one either. The next one.
The next one, Thea. Hang on, I'll send you that one. And I will move us over to our next drink. We only have 3 drinks. Thea's, Margarita Bills, and Ofabats. Ofabats will be the last. So,
Ophi, if you're still here, you're gonna be up last.
yeah, I apologize. This is just how, it got arranged. Wait, who am I missing here? I didn't give you Dila. Wait, Dila? No, I gave you Dila.
You didn't give me Fias.
Fias. Is Fias on here? Did I miss it?
I think you missed it, Flo. I didn't see it when you posted
Shit!
all of them.
Hang on, let me. I didn't put that together. Oh my god, I thought I had all of it. Okay, I did them in order. Actually, let's skip Fias first. And then because I have to put that together. So we'll move on.
You only have 11 sheets on your.
Do you want to do Margarita Billies, and then while we're talking about Margarita Billies, you can do Fias?
Yeah, we'll move on to Margarita Billies, and then I'll do Fia's recipe card while we're doing that. So, we'll double back to that, but here we go to Margarita Billies. So I don't know if you can tell just from the name, but the flavor profile that was submitted for this was citrus, spice, and the theme was foxes and the Jimmy Buffett song, Margaritaville.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So it's like, well, that's like 90% of what I was thinking about already. Let's just go with the classic margarita. So, I have two versions of this drink. I chickened out of the spicier version. So this is the spicy Foxarita. The one that I made is actually the toned down version. Because I chickened out on actually using jalapenos in this. The original recipe calls for jalapenos. And the reason why I chickened out on using the jalapenos is because the last time I worked with raw jalapenos, my hands were suffering burning sensation for days, like a week. It didn't matter if I showered or scrubbed my hands as thoroughly as possible. I just had this burning sensation I couldn't escape, and it sucked.
Why didn't you use gloves?
You know what? That didn't occur to me at the time. I thought,
Why didn't you use gloves?
This isn't so bad. It's not that bad of a pepper. And I didn't feel it at the time when I was chopping the jalapenos, but then the next day it's like, oh, why are my hands burning? Scrub, 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 scrub. They're still burning. Scrub, 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 scrub. I can't get it off. I guess I suffer now.
Well, it soaks into your skin. That's the bad thing.
Does it? I didn't know that. So, yeah, I suffered. I suffered a lot. So, Margarita Billy, this is pretty much just a classic margarita with one alteration. The less intense version uses 1 ounce of ginger syrup. The more intense version is jalapeno infused simple syrup. So, classic
That's
margarita.
tasty.
Classic margarita. So this is 2 ounces of tequila. Doesn't matter if it's silver or gold tequila. Either one works fine. 1 ounce triple sec, which is an orange liqueur. 1 ounce lime juice. 1 ounce orange juice. That's not really typical, but I wanted it more orange. 1 ounce ginger syrup or jalapeno infused simple syrup. And then a splash of blood orange syrup for color, which actually ended up not showing up there because it wasn't heavy enough. But yeah, no, this is pretty much a classic margarita. Orange margarita. Classic margarita is more yellowy green, pale yellowy green. But yeah. This is pretty much just a straight up margarita, but slightly spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah. Now, margaritas are a classic drink. Like, you can go to any bar and they should be able to prepare it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they can't, that's a problem, because it is like a standard cocktail. So, I swear I uploaded this one.
Yeah, you did.
No, not this one. Fia's.
Fia's?
Yeah. Well, I'm working on it right now. Anyway.
But yeah, the color on the spicy foxarita is really nice. I honestly am really excited to try it with the jalapeno syrup.
Yeah, I am going to give this a try actually myself with the jalapeno syrup. And all you really have to do for the jalapeno syrup is just, let the jalapeno sit in the syrup for like a day if you're feeling up for that. But otherwise, yeah.
I got mine. One of my actually, speaking of jalapenos, one of my favorite batches of meat I ever made actually used jalapeno and prickly pear in order to give it like that southwestern kind of taste and vibe. And then I actually rimmed the glass with Cholula hot sauce. It was so freaking good, let me tell you.
Now that sounds spicy.
Archon, would you slam that back?
Yes. I like spicy things.
I would die with spicy things.
But what do you think about this spicy fox arena chat?
Is it spicy to your taste?
Oh, sorry. My husband just got back from his outing. He came back with like, wait, how many bags of candy is that? 3 large grocery bags full of candy. Is oh, what's it? He used that app Too Good to Go. And they gave him extra candy. So
Liquidating?
much. Yeah, it's pretty much like a closeout place, but for candy. I hope we're giving all that away. I can't eat that much candy. Yeah. So the
I
spicy.
have no
fox
idea,
cereal.
Grim. Autumn says I'd try it with the jalapeno version.
I am probably gonna give it a try with jalapenos because I'm kind of curious. Like I've said this before. I'm willing to give anything a try at least once. Because I am a bit adventurous.
Just wear gloves.
Yeah, I am going to work. Actually, another thing, if you don't want to work with raw jalapenos, pickled jalapenos will work fine. Because like that's actually more likely something you'll have on hand as opposed to like raw.
Yeah.
Because the pickled and they're also a little less spicy. But if you want to go high on the spice, that's an option. If you're feeling adventurous.
Yeah, honestly, just margaritas in general would be so much fun. Now, would you try this one as a blended margarita? You think?
Oh, I've done blended margaritas. They're great.
Because I think the jalapeno syrup and then getting it as a blended margarita, I think would be an interesting flavor. Can you imagine that cold with that spicy?
Ooh, with the hot, that would be interesting.
A hot and cold drink.
Like that would be interesting. I think I'll probably revisit that one, and try it with the jalapeno syrup, and then trying it with the jalapeno syrup but blended.
Are you gonna taste it now, by the way?
Yeah, hang on. I need to finish this thing. Sorry.
Take your time with that. Just fine. But yeah.
Because I'm trying to get this the last recipe card done before. Yeah.
Taste the spicy.
Triple sec's such a fun ingredient to work with.
It is, and it's very versatile. So what triple sec is, for those who do not know cocktails, all it is just an alcoholic orange syrup, and you usually see it in margaritas primarily as the citrus component, along with lime juice. Yeah, I know. And then, yeah, like, you're usually only really gonna see them in margaritas. You see them in some gin cocktails. Not common, though.
Yeah.
But it's fun. They're really versatile.
One of my favorite unique drinks is I like to have do a rum and coke, and then you add a triple sec and a splash of vanilla on top.
Oh, that's interesting. That seems like it would be Dr. Pepper at that point.
You would think so, yeah.
If it seems very Dr. Pepper.
You would think so, yeah. But I mean, no figs or dates.
Oh, huh. Like, usually when I hear vanilla in that sort of thing, I immediately go, oh, that seems very Dr. Peppery.
Well, yeah, because when you go to Dr. Pepper, like Dr. Pepper in itself, right, is primarily licorice, almond, vanilla, cardamom.
That's a lot of spices.
And yeah, Because the 23 flavors, for those who don't know, Dr. Pepper lore, everyone.
Dr. Pepper lore.
The 23 flavors for Dr. Pepper are cola, cherry, licorice, amaretto, almond, vanilla, blackberry, apricot, caramel, pepper, anise,
Holy crap. That's a lot.
sarsaparilla, ginger, molasses, lemon, plum, orange, nutmeg, cardamom, allspice, coriander, juniper, birch, and prickly ash.
That is a lot of flavors in Dr.
It's
Pepper.
it's because that's what the 23 and the 23 flavors for Dr. Pepper come from.
Wait, really? Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Alright, time to taste this this one. Let's see. It ended up not being as spicy as it could be, but again, I chickened out on the jalapenos.
Let's see here. We got a pretty good split on this one. 3 votes for yes, 1 vote for no, and 1 vote for I'm on the fence.
Like, it's pretty much like a typical margarita, but the ginger adds a little bit of kick. Like I said, if you have the courage to go like super spicy on it, then jalapenos. I've seen the recipe where you just kind of like leave the jalapeno slices in the drink and let it steep in there, and it's really spicy. And then additionally, instead of the salt rim, it's was it the spicy salt? Yeah. Now, if you want a challenge, and it also doesn't taste like alcohol, so margaritas are a really good beginner drink if you like it, and it's orange. Very few people hate the flavor of orange. If you hate orange, you're kind of unusual.
You're weird.
You're weird.
You're
yes.
weird if you hate orange.
Yeah, I don't know many people who hate the taste of oranges. I've never met one. But I know Florida man, my husband says. You know what? I can see in that case you'd probably hate oranges if you're a Florida man. But yeah, if it comes to, if you're a beginner drinker, margaritas are a very good starter because it's citrus. Very few people hate citrus. So unless you hate oranges, then...
Tequila, though.
Oh yeah, well, my husband pointed out that a lot of people don't like tequila. And that actually is a good point.
I don't like tequila. And I'm Hispanic. I hate tequila.
You're Hispanic and you hate tequila. Time to turn in your Latino card.
Damn. I'll be taking that from Yarka.
But,
No.
Yeah. I think that was actually like the only tequila drink in the mix, and yeah, my husband pointed out because my husband pointed out because I remember he doesn't really like tequila. Tequila actually has a very distinctive flavor. It is distilled from the agave plant. I don't know how to describe the taste of tequila. It doesn't taste green. It has a slightly fruity taste. It's not herbal like gin, but you notice it. Vodka is clean.
Here's the funny thing about agave as well. The flavor for agave in tequila is entirely different from the actual agave.
Correct. Yeah.
No, 1 minute.
And
Wait.
I like agave a lot more than the tequila agave.
Also, the
It's so
process for harvesting agave is so freaking cool too.
Is it? I've never.
They
I've never
use
seen
super
how
sharp shovels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, because agave is kind of like
It's a
an
root
interesting
plant, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
it's an interesting plant. Yeah. Look up videos on how to harvest that stuff because
And it's huge!
Yeah, it's
You don't
big.
get that much agave juice
It's
from it.
very big. And also explains why tequila can get kind of expensive, the distillation and harvesting process.
Pickle with chamoy cotton candy.
Let's see. All right.
See if they know what that is. I didn't know.
Chamoy?
Pickles with chamoy.
What
Oh, do you not know what chamoy is?
No, what is
Chamoy?
chamoy?
Mexico. Ask your Latin listener.
Yeah, what is chamoy? You
It's,
guys know what it is?
Just think of it. It's like a sauce made with like pickled fruits, like mangoes, plums,
Oh,
apricots, and
okay.
and chili peppers.
Apricots too.
It's usually apricots.
Oh, because
It's mainly a condiment that
it's a condiment. Oh, kind of like what is it called? Chutney?
tahine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Or like
tahine is?
Yeah, I know what tahine is. Yeah,
Is
because
it chamoy?
tahine,
Is
well,
it's
chamoy
like
is-
a liquid version.
oh
Yeah, it's the
okay,
liquid
okay.
version of tahine.
Okay.
And you can put both of them. It's fine.
Chamoy on jicama is one of the best snacks of all.
Because my husband.
Oh yes,
a
I like
bag
putting it
of
on
candy,
cucumber.
Like my husband pulled some cotton candy out of the ginormous bags of candy, and it is pickled and chamoy cotton candy. That'll be interesting.
That sounds good.
This
That does
sounds
sound good.
It sounds interesting. You could probably try it later. All right. So we only have 2 more drinks to go through, so let's get through them.
right.
Where's the recipe card? I actually
Bit
finished the
sad.
recipe card for Thea. I apologize. I thought I did that, but this is what happens when you do things last minute.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another rum drink. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks really pretty.
It is green. Now, I kind of cheated a little bit because I had to add food coloring to it. It now looks like, what is it? That Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's not teal, it's more green.
It does look emerald green, and that's a good point.
What is that red item?
It's a cherry!
in
That's
that
a
glass?
cherry!
Where is it in the ingredients list?
Oh, I forgot to put it in the ingredient list, but there's a cherry in there. The only flavor profile requirement for this was just sweet, and then like dog or goblin as theme. I just went with goblin because that's easy, it's green.
Dog.
So this one's kind of similar to Felony Sparks's one, so but not coconut rum, so rum, pineapple juice, lemon juice, blue curacao, lemon lime soda, or Sprite, 7-Up, whatever you want to use. And then the food coloring is optional. You only really need 2 drops, but if you're going for green, that's the only way to do it without using either the Midori melon liqueur or creme de menthe, the green stuff. There's not a lot of ways to get green in cocktails, naturally. So, for this one, just combine everything in a shaker with ice except for the bubbly stuff. You add that after. So pour the mixture into the cocktail glass and then top it with whatever soda you like. This one I think is not also alcohol heavy. Less coconut. This is more citrus and pineapple.
And also another one with a really pretty color too.
It has a very pretty color. This is the Emerald Goblin. This one, you do taste the alcohol a little more. It's not nearly as pineapple-y. But normally, when you mix blue curacao and pineapple juice, you get green. But it depends on the intensity of everything. So if you have, if you add a lot of blue curacao and you have a really yellow pineapple juice, you will get green. But it'll be a very pale green, which is why you enhance it with the green food color.
If you drink a lot of grape drink and then poop, you'll get green too.
If you drink a lot of grape drink and you poop, you'll get green, my husband says.
Oh no.
That's one of his funny childhood stories. Thought we were dying. Yeah,
Gosh, my poop was green.
lesson learned. Be careful when it comes to stuff that's weird color. So grape soda, carrots will do this, or anything with really intense food coloring. Be careful how much you eat, because if you eat that stuff constantly, it will affect you biologically. You'd have to consume a lot. It won't kill you. It'll just do weird things. That makes you think you're dying. Let's see. So while you're getting the voting going on that drink, I'm gonna find Ophibat's drink.
Oh yeah, I got the voting going on this one. If y'all want to go ahead and throw down in the poll. Also, another really easy one to make with the ingredients you would have at home.
Very easy. The only hard thing to get for that one would maybe be the blue curacao, and you can actually leave that off and swap it for blue raspberry syrup,
I mean, typically I've noticed a lot of blue curacao being carried at in grocery stores that have a small liquor section.
Really?
Even they'll have blue curacao, yeah.
Because I've only ever seen blue curacao for sale at the actual liquor store, and even then, not every single one carries it. But usually that's the go-to for making anything blue when it comes to drinks.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, up until like maybe a few years ago, like that was the only way. Now you have like the indigo gin, but even then, that's not like a perfect blue like the curacao is.
Yeah.
It's more blue purple, like blurple.
Yeah, and I think that the blue curacao has a lot more pigment to it.
Yeah. And it has a lot more. It's more sapphire blue than anything.
Yeah.
And then blue curacao actually also contributes flavor where like indigo gin does not. Well, I mean that's not true. Indigo gin is just gin but blue. Blue curacao is orange. Yeah, it's kind of orange in terms of flavor, not color.
Yeah.
All right, what's the verdict on chat for?
Right
this
now we
drink?
got a split. 2 votes to yes, 1 vote to I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I can understand that because it's a little more obvious in terms of alcohol flavor. It's not one that I would probably recommend for a beginner.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's one of those where you can actually taste the alcohol. Alrighty. Let's move on to our last one. This is Ophibats.
Yeah.
This is the other one that used the edible glitter. It doesn't show up in the picture nearly as much either. However, I holding it in front of me. There's like a layer of glitter on the bottom.
Hey, get up. Shake, shake, shake.
Shaky, shaky, shaky. Alright. This is Ophibats.
Yeah.
So, in the picture, it actually had much more of a gradient to it. In the bottle, it turned purple. Well, yeah, like a reddish purple. It's actually prettier. I think it's prettier in the bottle than it was in the glass. So, recipe for this one: 4 frozen raspberries, 1 ounce lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce simple syrup, 3/4 ounce of vermouth. This can be either sweet or dried, whichever you like, and then 1.5 ounces of indigo gin, and then edible glitter. So this one's like a bit of a process. You kind of gotta layer it. So raspberries first, top with ice, and then mix everything else in the cocktail glass, shaky, 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 and then pour it over. And then edible glitter goes last. So this is the Raspberry Nebula for Ophibat. This is another space-themed drink.
Yeah.
So, since I've made 2 things with edible glitter in it, I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I like it as an ingredient when it comes to drinks. In baking, luster dust works really well. I've used it for cookies, I've used it for cakes. It works really nice, and it looks pretty. With drinks, I mean, if you're there in person, it's fine. In photos, you barely notice it, and if you look for photos with edible glitter online, I guarantee you they're probably AI, or they just dumped like a whole ounce of edible glitter in it. You're gonna be pooping glitter for days.
I have found that when it comes to for edible glitter drinks, edible glitter tends to work a lot better in frozen drinks.
Oh, do they? They work better in frozen ones?
Yeah, because the glitter is a lot more obvious when it's not in something as liquid as just, liquor.
Like, you can definitely see it swirling around. It's just, yeah, I think it's more obvious in frozen stuff. This one's fruity. Again, don't taste the alcohol.
Thank you for the liquid shadow.
You're not gonna get any of this.
So what are your thoughts on the taste of this one, Fo?
It's fruity. Actually, the raspberry it's better if you let it sit for a little while because then it infuses a lot more. Because I left it in the bottle. It turned purple, like pinkish purple. Actually tastes a lot better than it was when it was in the glass. So
Wow.
this is one that I actually probably would have let sit for a bit. It actually looks a lot prettier this way as opposed to layered. So I think I'd probably adjust this recipe and use muddled raspberries.
Okay.
And then blended everything together. I mean, if you want the layered effect, yeah, sure. But In terms of taste, I think it's better if you let it sit for a bit or like blend everything together. It also looks prettier. I like the color in it a lot better. Yeah. But yeah, it looks good. Also, thank you for the follow, Supreme Lewd God. Oh God, these names.
Oh.
Very
Yeah,
funny names.
For Ophi's drink, it's one of those things. Actually, I think is better if you. I think it's a make ahead. It's a refrigerator door type cocktail where you make it ahead, put it in like a bottle or you make a head in volume. For a party or something like that, and you just let it sit in your fridge because it tastes a lot better that way. Looks prettier. I think the picture, like with the gradient effect, is better for a bar. Like, it's more appearance than taste. But if you let it sit, yes, my husband says Instagrammable. But I think this is more of a refrigerator door cocktail or refrigerator door drink. Like you make it in volume, like for punch. And you drink it that way. I think you can actually forego the indigo gin for this one and just use regular gin. Taste will be the same, but you get a nice... Actually, you get a nice color with the indigo gin. It turns purple, like a really, really nice purple. I would take a picture of... Actually, no, I'm going to take a picture of the bottle. and see if I can show off the color a little bit. No, I can't show it off. It's dark in here. I'll show it off later. But it's more like a pink purple.
You know, when we go to make the finalized version of this, the full recipe book, I think splitting the ones so that I'll take half of them and you take the other half pictures.
Yeah. Like because I'm able to get some of the ingredients more easily than you are. Like, let me know which ingredients are difficult, and I'll take photos of those because I can get them easier. But yeah, if you're able to get nice photos for the recipe book, that would be great. But yeah, that is all 12 of the drink requests from today. We'll do the next set of 12 some other time. We'll schedule that, but that probably won't be until the new year because everybody's gonna be busy, I assume.
Christmas.
Do you want to go over who's going to be in the next set?
Yeah, so I'll go over who's in the next set. So, we have Third Tier Gaming. We have Furret's Request, Rachel Nom, Attica, Wild Kitsune, Belladonna, that's a coffee drink, Strayan, Lily Stardust. Is that the heart? No, that's not the difficult one. That's another space-themed drink. Stumblin', Amaris the Frog Witch, Jinyu Long. Well, that's a non-alcoholic drink. KK McShouty. And that's the next set. So how many non-alcoholic drinks do we have on here? I think we have 2? Yeah, I think we have 2 in there that are not... Oh, no, that's the... This next set's the one with the AMF. Ah, shit.
Good luck.
That one's gonna be a Jello shot. I've never made Jello shots. Actually, no, we have 3 non-alcoholic drinks in that one. Okay, cool.
Nice.
You gotta space it out with the AMF in there.
I think I did space it out. The AMF's gonna be a Jello shot. There is another there's another recipe in there that I'm gonna attempt, but it's a drink I don't like. It's the Bloody Mary. I hate those so much.
You don't like Bloody Marys?
I don't like Bloody Marys. I don't like tomato-based drinks. My husband's fine with tomato-based drinks. I hate tomato-based drinks. But imagine a Bloody Mary as a Jello shot. That's like solidified tomato soup at that time. That might be more bearable, weirdly enough. But I'll experiment and try it. Anyway.
Alright.
So I think
100% for open drink.
100%? Yeah, it actually tastes really good. I highly suggest trying the non-Instagrammable version, just letting it sit, because I promise you, it actually looks prettier that way. But yeah, that wraps it up for our drink review for today. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Wahoo!
Riles and I are gonna go and try and contact people to send them their recipe for their drink.
Yeah.
And I will be hanging on to all of these recipe cards because we're gonna be putting them together, all of them, for like a little VTuber recipe book. So, and I might do some other stuff to make it like printable, like actual recipe book. So we'll see.
His foe can do that. Wee.
Because I can actually do that. All right.
Anyways, foe, is it time to down it all now that you're done taste testing?
Oh God, no. Well, maybe later, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us today, and keep an eye out for that schedule for the next one because there's a couple of interesting looking drinks on there, which will be fun to talk about and and show off. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We hope you had a good day, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
And for those
Bye-bye.
on my side, I will see you all at 5 p.m. PST for 7 Days to Die. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.